this way. What are the gods? We should cover his song. A lounge version.
No, but you know what I do want to cover? I need to put it on the Steve Domingo ever plays a show.
Yes.
And we're gonna metal it out. But I mean, it's just gonna be awesome. I don't know if it's gonna be real metal, but it's gonna be good.
Huh?
Amadeus.
Rock me Amadeus. Amadeus, Amadeus. Rock me Amadeus.
Hey, let's.
Why do the gods make us this way? All right, so. Oh, thank you, Susie. Salute.
Was that the South Park movie?
Yeah. Make it this way. Look at this. I'm sweating. I'm perspiring. Why do the guys make it this way? Man, it's stuck in the fridge because, well, saw our guest last week drank us out of house and home. We're going to have to bill him back better. I need to check this real quick. Let's see. Fuck yeah, it sounds good.
Now you know the rest of the story.
I can take care of that. I want to watch you blow your load later.
I love the you in the background. Whoa! I watch you blow your load later. Do 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 do.
If liberals are so fucked.
It's gonna shut. We got beers in there now? No, I'm good. I got this twisted tea over here. We are. I thought it was cool outside.
No.
It was right after the storm. We'll fire this up.
God thought to make us that way.
Why did God make it this way? They're circulating. We need a ceiling fan.
Buzz, you can hear it. I think you'd get a buzz with the ceiling fan.
Probably. I don't know. All right. Ramping up. We are live. Ooh. And let's see what we got here. Test your mic. Let's see if I see you over there.
Hey,
there you go.
che. Hey,
Anna,
1, 2,
Ona.
che.
What was your hip hop?
Che, pe.
I don't wanna like it if you wanna get it if you got it. Oh, I need to put that in there, man.
None of you motherfuckers ever been with me. Whatever the gods make it this way.
Was that Friday or Saturday I went and saw them?
Who?
Went and saw Rex and Big Cliff, and Big Cliff's a badass. Good hip-hop show, man. It was Friday. I don't know. Everything runs together.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah. Friday, I think. All right. Anna, got it, wanna, get it. No, it is. Are you closing the door? You closing us in here? Okay. It's gonna be hot for a bit till that thing gets going. No, we can. I'll do it like this. get it going. That thing blowing. You should be able to close it now. It'll just take about 10 minutes. All right, let's start the show up. Why did the gods make it this way? That's right. That's right. All right. All right, all right. Let's see here, man. Can you hear? You working? Oh, okay.
Yes, I can hear.
What? I like when I get messages right when we start the show.
Every motherfucking show.
Every fucking time. Hey, man. Man, I want to see these, man. I don't know, man. I just be guys, man. What is happening? He's taking a picture of the blood in his butt?
It's Dexter.
Whatever. Wow. That's hardcore. All right, let's start this up. 10 minutes late.
That's the one thing that millennials have given us. And I'm honored. Is memes. The meme life and millennials. They're the ones that created it and mastered it.
What is going on here? Why can't I find this? I want
Meme life. Meme life. I got into a fight with someone about meme life. Bird poops on Biden as he claims U.S. is in dumps because of Putin.
And it just went. It just
shit on him.
Just shit on him.
As he claims U.S. is in dumps because of Putin.
That's awesome.
I don't think that's bird shit. I think that was actually part of his brain oozing out.
Okay, as well as the official page was.
Just slaying the idiots this week. Right, left, libertarian, Republican, conservatives, liberals, progressives. If you said something dumb, I fucking got you. I fucking got you.
Left, right, brown, white.
Didn't matter.
Got you all. Male, female.
Doesn't matter how passionate
of the Christ
purple
you are.
Passionate of the Christ you are. You got it.
I'm burning your church down.
You can't even touch me, man.
Your place of worship. I'll touch you in that bad place. Here we go.
I'm fucking bored, man. Boredom's the first step on the road to relapse.
This episode of the
Last Kicker
is brought to you by
Geist Note
and Victor Wrench
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
And now for some jokes. A drunken farmer stumbles upstairs into his bedroom, waking his wife, Roseanne. She sits up and sees her husband holding a sheep under his arm. The farmer yells,
that's Antifa or that's BLM.
the pig I've been fucking. Roseanne says, you idiot. That's not a pig, it's a sheep. The farmer yells, shut the fuck up. I was talking to the sheep.
Did they say how he died? He said he was sick for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What is the buzzer to make it this way?
I want to drive you around in my car. Now
Show number 468. It is Tuesday, April 12th, 2020. And you're telling me this isn't real tea in this can?
That's spiked tea.
They don't use the real iced tea, Lipton iced tea? Like you got a can here that looks like a Lipton iced tea can. Do they not use the actual real tea and then
Just
add the alcohol to it?
Yeah. Doesn't taste like it.
Here, hold on. In small print, it says made with real brewed tea. Okay, so we're on.
What do you think about it?
We're on to it. I mean,
would you lick it off me?
It's all right. It's not great. I think our idea is better.
What? 2 chicks?
Yeah, at the same time, man. Mm-hmm. No, that local music venue should have tea available, and then you could have an Arnold Palmer, and then if you wanted to add more to it, you add whiskey to it, and you have a Tom Arnold Palmer. And yeah, you could then start adding shrooms or nightshade.
Shroom twisted tea.
Can you imagine having nightshade available and just dip a little bit of that in your tea, and then
you can.
You're just watching people, all of a sudden they just.
I think you can make tea out of pretty much everything, especially if it's herbs and mushrooms and fungi and all
Tea's
kind of
like soup, right? You can make soup out of anything. You can just throw anything in there, and you've all got.
You could make a twisted tea bisque with shrooms in it. What?
Huh?
Are we talking about soup or are we talking about tea?
You can make alcohol, any type of alcohol out of vodka, just about too. I tried to make.
That's gin, I think. You're thinking about gin. Gin, you throw everything in.
I made absinthe out of vodka.
Is it bathtub gin? Yeah, because you throw everything in it.
Wait, is that with Sudafed?
I think that's methamphetamines.
Methamphetamines. Yeah. Okay. I get confused.
You could combine the two and satisfy like 7 states on the east, like Tennessee, West Virginia. Sorry, Tennessee.
What if you had 100 pounds of cocaine? Maybe you just find a small town that wants to commit suicide
in Texas.
Oh,
that's every
shit.
That's every small town in Texas.
So, yeah.
Show 468.
It is show 468.
It's almost 470.
It is.
Hello, man. Are you there? It's your mother.
Oh, hey, Mom. You sound different today.
I heard that you went to Arkansas over the weekend. I just want to make sure you're safe.
We are safe.
And you're okay.
We are okay. Kids are okay.
Those boys in Arkansas is they like to make you squeal like a pig, and I just want to make sure you made it home okay.
No squealing like a pig, Mom. We're doing a show, though.
Did you pray to Jesus at night before you went to sleep?
Yes, ma'am. We're doing a show, though, okay?
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later, son. I just want to make sure you're safe.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Whoa, you just shot your mom?
No, I didn't. That's the deep state that takes care of that stuff.
Did you pay them off? You didn't put a GoFundMe behind that, right?
A GoFundMe to kill my mom?
Dear Cartel.
I know that things didn't pan out with the Jason Garrett thing.
I know.
I was a little short on funds.
I don't know. Well, he may be dead in New Jersey. We don't know that. Where the mob, the cartel just rolled everything over to the mob.
Now can we do it to the whole
those arcs.
What do you think the odds are of me getting one done, a GoFundMe page to take out the whole Texas Rangers baseball team?
You already want to take them out? The season just started. We're like 4 games in.
This team will win 11 games, and that's it.
They're already some of the best ever.
I'm still mad. Like, I'm not
From what, 2006?
No, from the whole stadium thing. I'm like, okay, we got 2 players. Okay, nice. Why don't you go get a real team and compete and stop fucking around and building these stupid-ass stadiums that we don't need, that all these $30,000 millionaires think they're fucking awesome because they got a quarter season package, man.
I had to explain the Thousandaire.
Did you hear? They didn't sell out.
Opening day didn't sell out?
Opening day did not sell out.
I was off. We'll get to that, but I could have gone.
Yeah, opening day, no.
Really?
No sellout for you. It's because people are disinterested. They've ostracized us too much as fans.
Interesting.
And did you know it costs $40 to park for the Rangers now?
That's better than $100 for the Cowboys.
I thought it was $70 for the Cowboys.
It depends, but it's anywhere from the highest I saw it last year was $160 at the CVS across the street from the stadium.
So while we're sportsing real quick, same topic kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we've seen the peak of contracts? Because
No.
oh man, I don't know. You got I don't know about all the leagues, but baseball maybe yes.
If fans stop
Because-
going to shit, then yes.
Well, you just had an opening day that didn't sell out like the first time in 12 years or something crazy like probably more than that.
Well, I was going to say more than that because I
Probably
remember
over 20.
being a kid and it always selling out and couldn't go.
Yeah, it's just they're pricing out their fans. And if you price out your fans, guess what, rich fuckos?
Did
you
they
don't
have
get to write the big checks anymore.
They have the roof open or closed?
I think it was open.
So they had a flyover?
Of course, man. It's America, man.
Goddamn America. We got to have a goddamn
gotta
airplane
fly
flyover
over,
show.
man.
Air
Fucking-
Force, man.
What you talking about?
This is what we're going to take Ukraine.
What are you, Russian or something?
Fuck you, Russia.
That's the new
Look at
thing,
we
dude.
fly.
That's the new thing. What are you, Russian or something, man?
If you don't
What's wrong
side
with you,
with
man?
anybody, like
You
you
must
get
be
into
Russian.
you get into a normal conversation with someone sitting outside a chat, and then all of a sudden it just
You
turns
must be
to,
Russian. I'll just tell them, yeah, I'm
"Are
from
you
fucking
Russian?
Russia.
You're not agreeing with my politics.
Yeah. If you're not woke, you're Russian.
Why don't you?" Maybe that's why I'm drinking this twisted tea because it's
You're
blue
Russian?
and yellow. I'm supporting Ukraine by
in your
drinking
own
twisted
way.
tea.
Yeah, in your own way. You've got love for everyone.
Actually, I just wanted to see what this tastes like, and I'm not impressed. I've never had one of these. The seltzers, all this stuff is stupid.
Well, you know why that's coming back, right?
Why?
That video of that guy that smashed it on the guy's face that kicked it in the convenience store.
Oh, the racist
So
guy.
everybody, yeah. Well, I don't think he was he a racist?
The guy
Did he
was
drop an
being
N-bomb?
racist, and then
To the register,
and the
cash
guy
register?
standing there, and then the guy
dropped his Texas tea, or not his Texas tea, his
just
twisted tea,
and just smashed
and
him.
the
in
dude's
head.
like, "I'll kick it."
yeah,
Well, he kicked it,
yeah,
and then he got smashed with it
yeah,
and laid out. Did he get laid out?
yeah. That
He
guy
got
went
laid out,
down.
right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that guy went down. No, you're meme. You're fixing to,
Wage meme jihad.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
fixing to
I've been
go
lighting
meme
'em up, dude.
jihad on Twitter. You better know what
Yeah,
you're
I've
talking
been going
about.
meme jihad on Twitter, but I've got there's some women's that are in my crosshairs, and they're running their mouths like they got a podcast game on us. That's
I
the
know.
other thing,
Forward
dude.
famous.
No, those girls are sweethearts. I like them. Might want to check yourself right there. No, these are not Fort Worth famous. This is you'll see. You'll
Okay.
see. I've had about enough of them.
No. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the ones that
want to portray something they're not.
yeah, or they jump on other women for being provocative
And
or being
exactly.
other women for being themselves and being provocative in public or doing certain things, but then
They'll turn around and
they
do
do
it.
the exact same thing.
And
Yeah.
put a stupid spin on it, like, "Hey, boys in the army, you like these titties?" Like
Yeah.
stuff like that. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay,
You
you're
just jumped all over someone.
someone
for one
over there.
thing.
You're right. You just got pissed at Lizzo because she went up a tarmac in a thong and it offended you.
You're pissed at Rihanna because she's on the
Pissed
cover
off.
of Vogue, half naked, but
with
she's
a baby.
pregnant.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't like it when they do that, man.
You don't like?
Just reminds me of a
You know-
pregnant, smelly person.
There's this whole theory that
That pregnant women stink,
that like mayonnaise or mustard, you smell like
or just
mustard
a bowl of rot.
or rotten faux.
Take care of that.
But there's this
We
whole,
got late
like,
term abortions these days. Take care of that.
there was this whole study
That's
where
terrible. I shouldn't
like
say that.
this whole
Shouldn't say
huge
that.
male population is
bad.
attracted to pregnant women.
I'm not. I've
I'm
known
not
one
either.
dude that is, and I thought he was a weirdo. He was a weirdo. He's like in prison now and shit. It's the only one.
That explains it. So
He was like a pansexual. He'd do a pine cone if he could.
so a pregnant woman put him in prison.
No,
Oh,
I don't have. But he was into it, and I was like, huh.
late term abortion.
But apparently that's a thing. What? Yeah, I fully support. Get rid of these pregos.
Clear them out so I can come right back in.
Why do you want me to get an abortion? Well, is it because of the baby?
'Cause I'm
You
not
don't have a
attracted
baby?
to you
No, it's
anymore.
not. I don't mind the baby.
God.
I just don't like you being pregnant and the smell of rot.
Wow, this took a dark turn in which everybody just
Turned it
clicked
off.
off.
Hey, you know what? If we come out guns blazing to offend everyone all at once, then we have no pressure now.
You weed out
We don't have any
you weed
pressure.
out the weaklings.
Right.
You weed out the ones you're about to tweet
Right.
about.
But getting back to what you're saying, jihad
yeah.
is about to be waged against some
And
young ladies.
I get it. I don't think that's right. I hate it when
just be yourself.
When women downplay, when women call other women sluts.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and do the exact same thing. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You just sit here and you watch them. You're like, okay. Well, so you opened an OnlyFans. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see. But they couldn't do an OnlyFans, but you can.
Right. As long as you're a Trumper or this libertarian that doesn't like it. Libertarians becoming the new too cool for school. The edgelords now. Have you noticed that?
The edgelords.
I like libertarians, by the way. And I like all types of people. I hate tribalism.
How about the hot librarian look?
Well, I've told you that story. In the ninth grade, I had a librarian let me look down her blouse for a whole class. Me and my friends just
nice.
Couldn't get up for the table for a while.
Every time someone says libertarian, I go straight to librarian porn.
Librarian?
Yeah. That's where my head goes. Like,
Yeah, there's this new trend, though, that's like, look at me, I'm libertarian, and I'm a slut, and I like to party. All of a sudden, I'm like, I don't get it. Because you don't. You're not a slut, and you don't like to party.
Is that some of that
I think they're looking for a husband, is what they're doing.
Lorraine or Loran or whatever, the girl that lives here?
The 5-second rule?
Speaking of which, we still want you on.
Yes.
No. The one that's
there's a 3-second rule.
She's the conservative talk
2
show
seconds
host
is okay, but 3.
Had that TV show on the Blaze Forever and all that crap. And
Dana Loesch?
No, Tony Lorraine, Tony Loran, Tony.
No.
Something, Tommy something. I don't know.
No. You're talking about the conservo chick, the rightoid, right? You're talking about the rightoid.
Yeah, she went
to OAN and stuff. She's not a libertarian, though.
No. She's super right. And she's like, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. And then all of a sudden, you see her walking out to a Mavericks game because she lives here, and she's all slutted out. And she's like telling all these women.
No, these people don't live. I don't think they live here. They've been here before, and been
this dingbat.
Yeah, I have nothing against her. In fact,
I do. She has a big mouth.
This is bad.
I mean, depends on how it's used, but on her show,
I don't have
her opinions are terrible.
Well, do you think she? Never mind. We're going to get into trouble here.
Do you think she has her own brain? Is that like, what is this? She has a "Make America Great Again" bathing suit.
No, these are not maggers, man.
I know.
These are saggers.
But I'm just looking at this one. Like you show up to a beach party at Grapevine Lake and you see that. What do you do?
Hide my White Claws.
I tell her to chill with her patriotism.
Yeah. No, I don't mind the patriotism, but I don't want to.
I do. I hate this goddamn country. Click. There goes the other ones.
There they go. Well, now we've offended everyone.
Yeah.
Not to me. You have not offended me. No, it's not. It's not the conservos are bad too about it, but it's mainly the libertarian girls. All of a sudden, they think they need to act like they party the hardest. All right, I don't get it. Why? And I think I've narrowed it down to I've stalked them enough, and I think they're trying to find a mate. They think if they act like they're over the top, guns rights libertarian woman, that they're going to attract some alpha male that has a bunch of money and owns some company, and they're just going to be able to move out into the woods like the Duck Dynasty women and just live off their mans.
So I'm interested in your research and the way it goes over the next few weeks, and how you find out. And I'd like to have some names of.
No, there's no research that you gave me the green light for attack.
But I want to see some. I want to see some celebrity. Libertarians.
They're not celebrities, man.
No, but I want you to find some that.
These are like 17. Okay. You want me to send them to you? Like send you? Hey, here's the one of them I'm talking about.
Yeah, I want to see.
Dave
knows
some of
these.
them.
I want to see some of them.
Dave knows some of them.
From. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave's into these.
Who? Texas Thighs. His
Sorry,
neighbor.
Texas Thighs.
Yeah, that has her own Instagram account.
No, I want to know Texas Thighs though. Watch it. No, Dave knows some of these because I think it's Colleyville freaking libertarian crew over there. I think he runs with these cats.
Oh, I know some.
Oh, I know some. Yeah,
Oh, I know some.
The thing that's funny is they're trying to build up
They're
their
not running for
following,
city
too.
council, are they?
I don't know. Well, they don't. I don't think they
Shout
live
out to
here.
Kurt.
Hey, Kurt. Need to come back in, Kurt. Give us some more terrible stop tips.
Oh, we're gonna get into that. I found something funny about Bitcoin earlier.
Yeah. But yeah, watch for some Jerry Jonestown Massacre Jihad on Twitter.
Yeah,
because I've had about enough of it,
Let's
and
see
I
what
want
happens.
I want it to lead to more listeners.
Because Twitter doesn't mean anything really.
Oh, it's
when
about
it comes
to.
down to it. When it comes down,
It's
to
about
it.
to be like old school Twitter.
Just like no social media means anything to anybody anymore, ever.
Well, no, it doesn't to people like us.
Yeah. Just
But there are some people that if you took away their social media, they'd be suicidal.
Although for the last week and a half, I have heard a lot that you and I are influencers.
Okay.
And I would just laugh.
I'd like to get paid like an influencer.
Yeah, it's coming. Those were the talks, and I was like,
Yeah,
what? Okay, we'll see.
All right. Well, influence. We'll influence for you.
We'll influence for you.
Yeah, just send us your bobs.
Yep.
Your vagines and bobs.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I meant money. So we went to Baroness on Wednesday night.
Oh.
There's two aspects of this story. But the first one is we never talked about afterwards because we went with our Austin correspondent.
We went home.
And executive producer, Jeremy Perez.
Yeah.
And then we also went with sometimes fill-in host and host of Fort Worth Famous, Sizzy Ramon. And had a bunch of other friends there. But what'd you think of that show?
Loved it.
That show was...
It's weird.
Great.
I don't tear up at many rock shows, but I teared up on that one.
Oh, I did at this one too.
Well, I'm sure you did. But like I said, there's not many rock shows. The Tool I have once, which is really weird, but I think it was the time that it happened. But this was so good, man. Like they did so good, and it felt so intimate, and it felt right.
It was just them, and I think even if you weren't a fan,
I was surprised we didn't see more people we knew out there.
I mean, there were a few. I saw quite a few.
I saw Brian and his buddies and maybe two others. The rest, I thought this would be a show that everybody would show up to.
Well, a lot of people didn't get tickets like we were. I did hear a lot of people complaining that they didn't get tickets. But then when they moved it to Trees, tickets were available again, but a lot of people didn't know that.
Oh. I didn't know it was at Trees until like a week before.
But it was...
I was still under the assumption it was at Three Links until you brought it up.
Yeah. That was a really, really
good
show, man. And everything sounded so fucking
Even their
good.
fuck-up sounded good. You're like, okay, they're going to work through this, and they did.
And they were having fun and enjoying it, and it was like over 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was 24 songs. It was just them.
Did you know that they played, like, whenever they would play off a certain record, that would be the lighting?
Welcome to your 8th Baroness show, and you just realizing that. You've never realized that out of all the times we've seen it. That cracked me up. And it was like...
I like how I was acting like I thought I discovered something.
Well, even I was sitting there going, this off the red record. How do you know?
Well,
this next song is going to be off the blue record. How do you know?
Yeah.
This one's going to be off yellow. This one's going to be off green. This one's going to be off purple.
Maybe that's how I figured it out. You kept saying it, and I was like, oh, you know what? They're doing the album covers, like the colors of the albums.
It was like 5 or 6 songs in. You were finally like, whoa.
I've discovered something.
Holy shit. And I was like, they've done that every show. Every show. The only thing is if they play something off that first like demo record, which they haven't done in forever, that Husk record, it has no colors.
The Split?
Everything else
Wasn't that a Split record with Tusk, Black Tusk?
Yeah,
or someone like that?
But that everything
Cobra
else is the chromatic era, which I guess Golden Gray is it of the chromatic era is what they said. So we'll see.
Well, how long do they intend on playing if they're going to go into another era? Now, what are they going to do? Shapes?
I don't know.
Will that take us another 15 years.
Color's a genius though, because every time they would announce a record, they would send the Pantone hue color code, and you'd have to go look it up and see what it was, or the internet color code.
I bet you they keep doing colors because why switch it up now?
Well, what if they want
to
name
do a
something,
different theme?
Something? I don't know. What if it's not a theme?
We should
what if
do
it's just the name of an album?
what you and I should do. Our next project, we should do cereals.
Like this is the Lucky Charms record.
Yeah.
And here's the
Tricks
Frosted Flakes record.
And well, you know what? Just as a nod to you and your musicianship, we'll name the last one Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes. The wrap up will be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
All right.
But honestly, why would they not do another color now? Because when did the Red Album come out? Because that's when they started it.
The Red Album came out in
2002.
You think so?
2003. I mean, to start a new era.
The Red Album came out in 2007.
2007.
Blues 2009. Yellow and Green or 2011.
22 minus 7.
Then Purple's 2015. Then Gray and Gold 2017.
So 15 years.
They're in the middle. Like they have enough material for a 6 studio album.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure they got shit on the floor that they could scrap up like 2 albums, as jammy as they are.
True, probably, yeah, true.
It was very good show, very good. Oh, good. Happy Tuesday, Jay Smith, coming at us hot in the chat room. Barry Clay, I'm bored. What did he say up there?
I'm bowed.
I'm bowed. Okay, yeah. I am too.
I'm bowed. So
yes. They didn't have an opener.
And in the middle of the show, they stripped down to an acoustic set.
That was awesome
cool.
too.
Really awesome. And that's when I got a weird phone call that I wasn't expecting at a concert ever.
So it was a phone call?
Yeah, it was my sister-in-law calling me. And I went to the back by the merch booth thinking I could hear back there, and that was dumb. Because I was like, she called me like 2 times in a row. And I was like, well, this ain't good. And she was on my brother's phone. I was like, well, this ain't good. So I answered, and she's like, hey, this is... I'm not going to reveal her name just in case for protection because she is in the military.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, what's going on? I was like, I'm at a concert. I can't really hear you. And she's like, hey, I got some bad news. And I was like, oh, God.
You still can't, you're yelling at her still?
Your brother wanted me to call you because we have some bad news. And I was like, hold on. I'm at a concert and I'm in the back. Let me go outside. So I went outside. We were at trees, went outside where the little smoking area is. And she told me that my father had passed. Not my black dad.
Not the black dad, no.
And they had just found him. And they had called, they live on base at Camp Pendleton. And they had the NCIS come out, which cracks me up every time I say the NCIS came out because I keep
think it's what's his face?
Mark Harmon from summer school. Yeah. And the cool guy.
Have you gotten a phone call from him yet?
No.
Is she on that one?
She was, but then she got out. Like she got attacked while out jogging or something like that.
Like in real life?
In real life. And it fucked her up and she left the show because of it. Like it messed her up being attacked by someone. And it's like really attacked from what I remember hearing and reading. But yeah, that was not a cool place or a place I ever expected to be in the middle of a concert and hear something like that.
Especially a show like that. It was so good.
A show like that, yeah. So then the rest of the show was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, you were out of it.
I was out of it. I remember it, but I was like, I don't know. It was all just a blur and weird. And
definitely put a damper on things.
And it's definitely put a damper on everything this week because it's so much chaos. Like
dealing with all of it.
Mm-hmm. Being out there is one thing because I'm just kind of sitting here in limbo waiting. I don't know. I didn't know for the longest time. I may have to fly out there.
Yeah.
And take care of stuff. But luckily my brother was able to take care of a bunch of stuff. The Navy on one half of it took forever. We didn't find out like a real cause of death till yesterday because they had to do this crazy full ass investigation. And man, I was wrong on a lot of facts when I was talking to people about it this week. Like,
Well, things just changed. Like,
well, no, I'm terrible with time, but like,
because it's an illusion.
it is. It's a flat circle, and I don't understand it. But like, he had been in remission from his cancer for 19 years, not
Yeah.
11 or 10, not 10 or 11. It was 19 years.
I think I met him right after he'd quit or had come out of remission, didn't I? When he came over and hung out.
Like, he
one
did
night,
the show.
one after- he did our show once?
Yeah, him and my brother and sister-in-law all sat in for a show. Years and years and years ago. I was trying to look up that number, but I couldn't find it. I have to go look through everything. But they came out and they sat in and did one of the shows with us.
Did they leave during it?
I don't remember. Maybe they left it when we used
You know,
to
I
have
vaguely remember that. That was back when we were
the weird setup.
doing a lot of coke and drinking heavily and doing a lot of drugs and bad women.
Sir. Yes.
Yes.
All of it. But yeah, he had a stroke a few years ago, and then in all the investigation, that's what ended up getting him.
Was it was all back attributed to the stroke?
Well, he had another one.
Do you mind if I ask if he was vaccinated?
Yes, fully.
Was he boosted?
Yes, fully. He had been everything, I guess. Here's what kind of aggravates me is being on a military base, living on a military base in military housing.
They do things their way a little bit.
You have to do things certain ways.
Yeah.
But being in California and living on a military base, you can't have certain things that are legal in California.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe certain things that might help you with the pain of fighting cancer or getting over cancer or muscle aches or bone aches that have happened from atrophy from sitting in a bed for years.
Was he going to the VA, or was he using normal?
I don't know if he went to VA or
healthcare.
Not. I think it was all normal.
But he was living on base.
He lived on base, and like when I went out there to see them last year, I was told, "Do not bring anything on base. You will go to jail. You will be arrested, and you will be."
Talking about weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a government facility, and they will prosecute you like.
That's why so many of them
government
smoke
property.
that spice shit.
It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
It's very stupid. Well, I mean, you can't have your military being high, though. I understand.
That's understandable, but like anything,
recreationally,
they can drink as much as they want on the base and
which
get
is
drunk.
way worse for you.
Way worse. There's liquor stores on the base.
True.
So
That's
you can
very
go out
true.
there and drink the fuck out of it. There's
Yeah.
3 liquor stores on the base that we visited, or
Oh,
2 of them.
Yeah, that base alone probably has like 3 drunk driving incidents, like what, every month?
I mean, it's
Of death,
gigantic.
that involve death, by the way.
Yeah. So you can do that, but you can't
Yeah,
recreationally kick back and,
yeah,
relax or
doesn't make sense.
You're sore and beat up
Social
from running 100 miles in one day.
seems like you should be able to come in instead of drinking yourself to oblivion to just smoke a lefty.
Yeah. You can't operate a tank or fly a fucking tilt rotor while high.
I'm sorry,
that.
tit rotor.
Tilt rotor.
I think I've rode a tit rotor at the Yellow Rose.
Maybe so. That's not the ride at the or burlesque show.
Yeah, that's it. A burlesque show.
So yeah, it all just kind of sucks. We're
definitely gonna have to
stuff,
have
but it's
another
getting there.
Baroness show viewing because of that, for sure.
So let's go to Denver.
Hello.
Let's go.
I'm so in on shifting my life. Like, I'm at one of those crossroads. I'm really about to make some drastic life changes, I think.
I'm
too. Right there, dude. Like, I am right getting nudged and nudged and nudged. And it's like the right people are nudging me in a negative manner. Not a negative manner, but it's like pecking at me.
To
It's
make
like
you realize that
like
you need to
pecking.
make this change.
Like just pecking at
You
me
need
and
to
pecking
go.
at me. And I'm like, dude, y'all think I'm fucking around.
I'm going to do
I'm
it.
right there. Dustin
I'm
and
gonna
I have
pull
been
the
talking
trigger.
about this cult compound thing for fucking 20 years.
Look, RoboTuner knows the date. that it was
Of what?
2016 when my dad came in and did the show.
So yeah, then it's not an hallucination.
Yeah. No,
and I was on the
remember.
show,
Yes.
or was I of absence?
Yeah, because
I remember hanging out and drinking beer and stuff with, or
for like
hanging out and
several
getting
weeks
drunk with
after
him.
that.
Well, actually, he wasn't drinking then.
He would call me and be like, "Is your buddy okay?"
He seems to be on a lot of substances and
Is he all right? We need to sit down and be like,
Hey, Dustin.
yes.
Wait,
Your
is
buddy
that how
Matt.
you answer the phone when your family calls? Yes,
Hello, Dustin.
yes.
Hey, Kurt, what's going on?
Your buddy that you do the podcast with, is he all right?
I think so. I don't know.
Well, that was right
Wow,
after my
he's a
divorce,
little-
wasn't it? So I probably wasn't okay. That's when I was
He's a little
fucking
off.
dumpsters and stuff.
Yeah. Does he fuck dumpsters in the spare time?
Why, yes, he does. How'd you know that?
Ah, you can just tell. You can tell our
You
guy.
can tell he's a dumpster effer.
I've been there. I've done that. I understand what he's going through.
All right, thanks, Dad. See you later.
All right, bye.
Click. Let me see that thing.
I don't know if we'll reach all the way over there.
It did last week.
Anyway,
This is a game changer. I do that every time too, by the way.
you do. You got to talk in the wrong end.
Hello.
Not that one. That one.
Hello.
Hello. I'm still here.
I am in Saigon.
We
No, we can't do that.
All right.
Anyway, so
are you going to when have they had the services or anything? Are they going to have services? Or y'all going to keep it real small?
here's what
It's all
sucks
up in
is
the
it's
air?
just me and my brother and my sister-in-law. That's it.
Well, no, I'll go with you if you'd like.
Well, I know.
I'll show some love. Like it's
Well-
not just going to. If you want it that way, yes. But if you want to have some people celebrate with you the life, then I'm down.
Well, what's going to happen is California will not release the body
Fucking California, dude.
until the death certificate is issued. Unfortunately, the death certificate won't be issued for 30 days. So,
Yeah, it takes forever, and that's if everything goes smooth, probably.
oh, and by the way, my dad had no arrangements, which
Oh,
totally
that's gonna
sucks.
be fun for y'all.
Totally sucks. Totally.
And it'll go by
fucking
California
sucks.
law, won't it? Or was he still a citizen of Texas?
He's still a citizen of Texas.
So are they going to go by Texas law for all that, or are they going to go by California law?
Well, it's all going to be decent and cool. I mean, it's.
No, I'm just talking about the beating. I know you guys will do the right
it's
thing.
It's a beating because. So he's going to be cremated, but his ashes can't be shipped to Texas until the death certificate is issued by the state of California. The military sped it up to where it's 30 days because normally you have to wait 60 to 90 days, which is. I nearly said the R word.
Racist?
Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
Can we replace retarded with racist?
No, I don't think you can say that.
Because it would get like people would get confused. If you're like, that's racist as fuck.
Someone posted something earlier, and it was just weird. Like, I had to go look up TARD, T-A-R-D, because in context, it didn't fall under anything negative. It was just like, and I can't remember the sentence, but it was like...
Like, are you talking about the full word retarded?
No.
Or just tard?
T-A-R-D. It said that it was something because of the way something he was running TARD. Or it made him run TARD.
Tardy?
TARD, just T-A-R-D, which is late.
Wait a second.
T-A-R-D means late.
So
If you go look it up in the
okay.
dictionary.
So have the public schools pulled that term out? Like, are they using? You're just late.
But I was like, how? It didn't make sense in the context of the sentence or how things were going. So I was required to go look it up.
Yes.
And then, Urban Dictionary is like, well, it's slang for someone, blah, 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 blah. But the Merriam-Webster dictionary says it's late.
Who
It
wins
means
on
late.
that fight? You got Merriam over here. You got Mastodon over here. You got Urban Dictionary over here.
I'm a
Who
big
wins
fan
all
of
that?
the Urban Dictionary.
I am too. I used Urban Dictionary for dillweed today because I wanted to make sure that was a real word, that I just didn't make it up.
Dillweed's
That
been
everybody's
used. I
been-
saw you post that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And
dillweed
guess-
needs to come back.
Oh, for sure.
Dillweed's a
Dillweed.
great
And it
term.
keeps you from saying dickweed.
Yeah.
But dickweed's a
You
fun word to say.
dillweed?
But it just turns me on a little bit when I say dickweed.
Weed. So yeah, back to my dad. Once his ashes get here, we're gonna have a little something figured out. It'll probably be my brother's gonna return town in June, and it'll be sometime in June. We'll figure something out. But
Well, that was very sad. I felt for you.
it is
homie.
weird. I still haven't. I'm honestly straight up.
Still processing it.
I haven't processed it fully.
Mourning the loss is what that's called.
I haven't
and there's
processed
phases.
it, and I still don't know how to feel on certain things. Like I'll get angry, I'll get mad.
Yeah, it's those phases of loss.
I get.
What is it, like the 7 phases of loss?
There are times I want to just fire my guns off in the backyard.
We can stop the show. You have some neato guns that I'd like to shoot.
Not in city limits, though.
It'd probably last about 5 minutes.
If even that.
What
long.
if we shot every single one, like emptied the mags on every single one of your guns? How long do you think we'd get done with them?
There's a cop at the end of the street. We wouldn't make it. There's a cop.
See,
at
this
the
is
end
the
of my
thing.
street.
This is the type of shit we're gonna do when we become rich and colluded. Like when we're not just millionaire, but like 250 millionaire-ish. You and I are gonna be sitting around like, let's just see how long it takes the cops to get out here. And like, doof, 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 like,
Or you never went with us out into Alito when we would go shooting out there with the boys. Yeah, we were out there shooting one time. All of a sudden, a cop shows up for something completely unrelated. But it was like
shocking. I bet.
Like we've been shooting off a ton of rounds. We're like, oh shit, one of these bullets.
Well, what was it? What was he coming out for?
He was checking on something else
random?
going on the property because there's several houses on the property.
But it wasn't the noise.
It wasn't the noise. In fact, we stop and he comes driving, and
Did y'all raise your hands up? Like,
no. So the driveway is like from here to the door, and our tables are on this side of the door, or the road.
Yeah.
And the targets are on the opposite side of the road, the driveway that goes through there, the little dirt road. And so we stop, and he just comes moseying on through there right in front of us as we're all holding crazy-ass guns and just like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how you doing? He drove down.
Wow.
I was like, that cop's got balls just driving through right in front of us. Is between us and the targets is...
Yeah. You're lucky you didn't get shot.
No, you're out in the country and
there's no way he just had there's no way he's gonna take a shot at guys with 20 guys with fucking all these ARs, AKs, blackouts.
Now, if I remember correctly,
Scorpions.
If I remember correctly, one of the jackasses I was with, and we'll have to ask a listener of our show, that one of them decided to set up some tannerite and blow it while the cop was there.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly legal. We're in Texas. You can do that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean, tannerite's cool if you do it right. It's when you start loading it up into a refrigerator that it gets dicey.
So we're gonna take my dad's ashes and shoot them out of a cannon.
That's what I was gonna say. Are you gonna take them up to like Lake Arlington and hopefully the wind won't be blowing like Big Lebowski, blow everywhere,
all over my brother.
It's like, it's a great scene, by the way.
There's so many things from that movie that are great.
Yeah. Well, the concert was definitely.
It was amazing. It was good.
Took a left turn after that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was you don't ever want it to happen, but it's very you don't want it to happen at a rock show.
I haven't listened to Baroness since.
So I found out my sister died on this show, like during the show.
And you didn't ever want to do the show again?
I didn't mind doing a show. It's just.
Did you ever listen to the show again?
I don't think I've ever listened to any of the shows anyway, honestly. But
like I haven't listened to Baroness
I've listened
since,
to Susie's show more than I have our show.
Which is what, like 3 episodes you've listened to hers?
Yeah, I've listened to hers. Like I'll start it, and then I'm like, I just can't stand the way I sound, especially if I've been drinking.
Yeah,
I can't stand. And then when I pick out some kind of audio thing that I do, or some kind of crutch that I'm using, like, and also, I found one a couple of weeks ago that drove me nuts. I just kept going, yeah.
Agreeing with everything.
Yeah, in agreement with everything.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I think 95% of the shit that you say is bullshit, so I don't know why I'm just sitting there going, yeah. Tell me more. Yes, yes, yes. I felt like I was turning into Nandor. Yes, tell me. Please continue. Yes, yes.
Thank you, RoboTuna.
RoboTuner,
Thank you, thank you.
thanks for being in the chat room.
Um,
Go get us a few other people. Sick them in the put them in the chat room.
How was the state of the Clintons?
It was awesome.
Was it?
Arkansas, you speak of?
Yeah,
It was great.
yeah. Did you
Very
see
good.
Bill
The
or
first
Hillary?
night was really cold. It got colder the first night than when we went down last fall.
What did it get down to? Because it was like
It's like 33.
Oh yeah, that is because it was 40 or
And it
39,
was a cold
something like
33.
that. It was.
I think when we went,
Windy.
it dropped to 37 or 36, somewhere in there. And this one was now. Fortunately, it immediately warmed up. That's the one thing. We were cold the second night too
Yeah.
when we went last time, but it's starting to look like a pretty, it's starting to look like a camping spot now. So
Yeah.
the fire
Any
pit is really
screams
good.
in the middle of the night. That
No.
weird
I heard some
panther
I
scream.
heard some
or
coyote calling and stuff, but I didn't hear any panthers or I didn't hear any.
That
That was
freaked-
about it. Was
that
just
freaked us
coyotes
out.
that, and I think it's just because we've gone through hunting season and everything's starting to come back out now, and it's kind of I don't know. It was relatively quiet. I didn't see any deer, which was, but we did. Someone fished out on the pond and they caught like 9 fish, which was amazing. Because I
How
was thinking
big?
we were going to have to dredge it out. The one that I saw him catch was about a 9-inch bass. It wasn't very big, but it was a healthy bass. It's very
Oh.
healthy looking. But I was scared that we were going to have to dredge that whole thing out when we found it
Yeah.
and put in
For
a
like,
bunch of work.
Was there a bunch of like cars in it that were abandoned and people are trying to hide from the mob?
I mean, there always
that
could
why
be.
you need to dredge it?
That's the Clintons' state, so
Yeah.
you could always run into that. But no, it's a pretty clean pond. We are going to have to cut a path to it and then clear the banks a little bit. But it doesn't look like I'm going to have to spend, $30,000 bringing in some bulldozers and pulling stuff out, doing a bunch of stuff that I have no idea what I
And it's
to
it's
do.
pretty big.
No, it's perfect size. It's like you could go down with a party of people and just chill, hang out if you set it up right and stay down there and have a good time fishing and drinking. Or
Can we
you could
float
take
it?
kids. I mean, if you wanted to, you could, but there's not really a need. You could cast anywhere on there. It's not a huge one,
Can you cast across it?
of course.
Okay.
Easily. It's not even an acre. It's a very small pond. It's a
Okay.
tank. It's a fishing
Well,
tank.
yeah.
Is basically what it is.
The tank that used
It's,
to be
uh,
on my great grandfather's place out in Cisco was right at an acre, but you couldn't cast.
This
across
was
it.
this
There's
is
no
not this
way.
isn't an acre.
Okay.
You could cast across this.
Okay.
You can put whatever you want in any place you want at this. So that's why it's cool.
Is that legal in that state?
In Arkansas, it is.
You can put anything you want anywhere you want.
Yeah, just what that meme say I sent over? Just pick a hole and wish for the best,
Yeah.
which is
Wow.
genius. I don't know if y'all
Wow.
have seen the meme about the tampons for all genders. The logo is pick a hole and wish for the best.
Okay. Well, now I want to go up there and go fishing,
Oh, hell yeah, we are.
and I want to go fishing on the
Ju-
big lake too.
Yes.
After
we
watching
will
your
too.
daughter reel a bunch of crap in.
But that one you have to have a license for.
I
The
know.
pond you don't.
No.
I'm sure the license is
That's
only
not a
like
state
30
park right
bucks.
there at the end of the road.
Might be a national because the Army Corps of Engineers, that land's right there.
If that is a state park at the end of the road, then you don't need a license.
Well, that's the state of Texas laws. We don't know about Arkansas laws.
Well, I'm a Texan, and I will go
can
by
do whatever
my
we want,
Texas
yeah.
laws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Do whatever the hell we want.
I'll do whatever the goddamn hell crap I want.
Yeah,
Hell damn crap I want.
but I met some of Marlon's friends. They
Yeah?
are family of my better
Geese?
half.
Oh.
And so they're cool. Just
Mhm.
like, I mean, I figured they would be if they were friends of Marlon. We had a blast. We'll hang out some more with them. Some of them are related, like very related to the guys in Creeping Death. So that was cool.
Good deal. That's a good
going
band.
over some
That's a
music
fun
and
band.
stuff. Very fun band.
Yeah.
Kind of remind me of what's that band we got into a while back? Is it Gate Creeper?
Mm-hmm. There's
Wasn't
Gate
that them?
Creeper, and then there's the other one,
That new
Skeleton Witch. No, not Skeleton Witch.
more of
there was
Gate
ano-
Creeper.
Yeah, there was another one.
John From.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
Yeah.
go.
It's
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff. But they were totally cool. They loved Marlon. They asked more about Marlon than they were interested in me, the new guy in the family.
Just like was that just
Is
randomly?
Marlon really that nice of a guy? Like when he plays, what kind of guitar
Like-
does he have? What's his guitar setup?
Marlon has a fan
What's
club?
his favorite? What would you say Marlon's favorite band is? Does Marlon and Ray, do they hang out a lot? Like, okay, well, I'm here.
You know the inside.
I'm Matt.
Are the Methinks guys, are they all friends off stage as they are on stage?
Like, well, I'm Matt, and I'm dating Mandy, so I'm the new guy.
Is
So I just
Marlon-
wanted you to know that.
So let me ask you, is Marlon the princess? The princess.
Here you go.
Is Marlon the Princess Diana of Haltom City?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like everybody wants to like the.
They were asking where he was at because I kind of threw it out there that I would ask him, and I did. I asked him last minute, "Hey, want to go to this family reunion?" They had a show
Yeah, they did.
the night that I asked him,
But you screwed
so I
that
think
up,
he forgot.
and they didn't have one this weekend. It was last weekend.
No, I asked when I sent him the message, "Hey, you want to go to this?" That was their show night.
Oh, okay. When you
So I
answered
think
the
he
message.
forgot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Actually he did respond and say not on this one. But yeah, they had that was a total Methinks fan club, Vorvon fan club, FTW fan club, Gate Creeper fan club.
Did you go up there gripped with all those shirts so you could just be like, "Look, what's up?"
No, I should have.
Look.
I didn't know that all of them were going to know Marlon. But we're going to go all party pretty soon, so I'm sure
Until
all of
it
us will
turned
be there.
into the British media wanting to know
Yeah,
everything.
No, they were cool.
What
Wasn't
kind of
like
mustard does he like?
Have you seen Marlon's underwear?
What's his favorite sandwich?
No, I'm exaggerating. They
Does
were
he like
awesome.
his deviled eggs with mayonnaise or with mustard?
I like them with mustard. I just don't like my pregnant women to smell like mustard.
True. Well, while you were off doing that, I went fishing with Marlon.
Well, that's good.
Well, the night.
Where'd y'all fish at?
Hold on. The night before on Friday, went and saw a hip hop show at Lola's Trailer Park because I'm in the mentality of Lola's is moving and the trailer
Did you
park.
go to a hip hop hooray show?
I went to a hip hop show with our buddy Rex, Rex and Drew, and it was. I went to see them. It's fantastic, but the headliner was a guy named Big Cliff who I'd never seen before, who shows up with a band of all badass musicians, and it turns into like a hardcore hip hop new metal night.
New metal night.
Like they were playing like the band was all playing new metal riffs and stuff while he was rapping over them. It was so badass. And at one point they did the Linkin Park Jay-Z cover of 99 Problems and
cool, man.
the other big Linkin Park song, whatever it was. They actually did all that perfect, and it was fucking cool, but it was just neat seeing that, and man, he's good. He's really, really good.
That whole scene is good.
Yeah, it was
Him,
like
Drew.
Well, there's some hip hoppers around here.
No, I'm talking about those guys.
Yeah, Big Cliff was badass. There were some guys, and what's cool about a hip hop show?
I'm gonna be a porn star named Big Clit.
Oh, there you go, and that'll be
I'm gonna
weird. That's
do
your
rap.
transgender name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get endorsed by a.
I like that. So what's
know.
cool about a hip hop show is it's not like going to see a bunch of bands at a.
You can hear the next day.
That's one of them, but it's not like you have to sit through someone's. If there's a band playing and you don't like their set, you have to wait 35 minutes for the next band. No, like these guys were getting up there like I got 12 minutes of material. It was like
comedy.
It's almost like comedy, and then like this girl gets up there and she goes, "I got about 20 minutes of songs here." She did 4 songs and then got off, and it was like immediate. The next person was up because it's hip hop.
You can do it without a band unless you want a band.
They all had DJs, and they all use the same DJ setup.
The setup is awesome.
Until it got to Rex and to Big
he
Cliff,
did the
then it
full
was the
band.
bands. But it was pretty awesome. It was quick. They blew through a bunch of people performing.
They blew a bunch of people.
Blew through them
Oh,
as
I
they did their
misheard.
stuff because
Sorry.
of they're just like, this is all I've got, and this is all I'm going to do, and da-da-da-da, and da-da-da. And it was awesome. I dug it. But then on Sunday is when I went fishing with Marlon.
Where'd y'all go?
We went down just right here by Martin House. There's a little dam on the Trinity, and just cast a little bit. Nothing was biting. It was too windy.
Yeah, it's been windy like 2 weeks straight.
Hardcore wind. And then so I was like, Jeff Diana took off. So I was like, me, Marlon, and Susie were staying in the parking lot talking. I was like, I'm this close to downtown.
Let's go have some beers.
I'm going to go to Main Street Arts Fest.
Oh, that was this weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I have work to do. I had some spying to do. Because I don't know.
Some covert operations.
Covert ops.
What do they call it? What do they call the guys that they send up ahead of the troops? They're called something.
The recon?
Recon. You had to go pull some recon?
I had to do recon. So there's a bunch of photographers exhibiting, and I need to go get prices because in 2 weeks, I am, for the first time, setting up a booth at Arts Goggle.
Yes.
And I will be selling a lot of prints. So come out and buy. Please, buy all these.
It's
I've
our
printed
livelihood.
So much stuff out. Please, come buy some prints. Put it on your wall. It's cool. I beg you. But I need to know what to price this stuff at. So I went to see some photographers down there, and Susie went with me, and we rolled around. And we, last week kind of talked about this other festival that was going on by the Queen of Sundance. Now it was the Fort Worth Arts Fair.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Man, it was more fucked up than I thought it was. Like Main Street
good
Arts
or bad?
Fest. Main Street Arts Fest went up to Sundance Square. Then it was Fort Worth Art Festival, and then Main Street continued from the north side of Sundance Square up almost to the courthouse. So, like, this thing was dead smack in the middle of it. What the fuck's going on? Dead smack in the middle. And
I don't understand that. That's a shitty thing to do. The whole thing is shitty. I'm not waging jihad on her like you have, which I don't know if I like it or not. I do like it, actually.
I'm not really stepping down from waging jihad because
you're keeping it up.
We walked all the way up as far as we went, as far as I wanted to go, and then we turned around and came back. And when we came back into the Sundance Square portion of this Fort Worth Arts Festival, we saw a bunch of friends. A bunch of our friends were working at one of the bars, which a can of beer cost $10.
Oops. Like a domestic beer?
Yeah. A
regular 12 ounce or
a Wild Acre 12 ounce beer was $10.
Oof. Man.
So then we go walking through this
Which
tent.
festival was that?
This is the
one?
Sundance Square, the competing one, the Sasha Bass. We'll just call it the Sasha Bass Circus. The Sasha Bass Circus was what that was. But then we go walking through the tent, and we run into Jay and Tony Green.
They were working it?
They were in there and hung out with them. And I complained to Jay that we're drinking $10 beers. And he's like, oh, here, take these.
Load you up.
VIP wristbands. Now we can go into all these different restaurants and eat for free. And we're just hooked up. So
yeah.
Now we're hooked up, rolling through there like big wigs.
So your chances to see her just increased dramatically?
Dramatically.
Did you see her?
We'll get to
is that where this is headed towards?
You want me to jump ahead to where her goons accosted me?
And said,
and
Mr.
held me
Schneider?
down? And they're like, you're the one, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, I'm the one. No, so
I don't know if
you're
joking or not because
I
could totally see that happen.
She's on the hunt for people that are talking bad about her.
And you have talked bad about her.
We have found some stuff, and I have, because I don't like what she's doing, and I'll tell her to her face.
Yeah,
I'm one
sure
of these,
you will.
Not one of these yes men, but I'll bring her in here and sit down at the table and let's go.
You've never been a yes man.
Stop fucking up Fort Worth and how great it is, and stop, prove to me you're trying to do something better because nothing's showing that you are.
Both the Bass brothers are not the richest people from DFW.
Or from Fort Worth.
Or from they're
not the
up
richest
there.
one. They're up there,
The
but
one
they're not.
the there's two people.
Their dad was.
Actually, there's several that are in front of them on the Forbes.
Yeah.
According to Forbes. But the
They're
top
definitely
two
not the
right
coolest.
now is Elon Musk, obviously, and then the Walton. There's a Walton that lives here from Walmart.
Yeah, she lives out in Mineral Wells.
And then
I've seen her.
And then I think Jerry Jones, and then the first Bass brother is somewhere around like $4.5 billion, and then the other one's a little lower, like $3.75 billion.
I've said on this show, one of them's cool as shit, and the other one is
one of them.
paranoid
You said
as fuck.
you drove up on. He was like, "Hey guys, man, what kind of truck y'all driving on?" or something like that.
No, I walked up to his house and just started talking to him about all
He was
this
cool.
stuff. And I was like, "Are you the GC?" And he goes, "No, this is my house. I'm
So Bass.
Ed Bass. Ed Bass is cool, and Sid's the one that's paranoid. One of them runs around with guys with MP5s, and one of them is just laid back and cool as shit and doesn't care. So,
Do they both reside in Fort Worth still?
yeah, Westover
And
or the top of one of the buildings. One
and
of them has
both
an
of them
apartment at the
got
top of one of the
both
buildings.
of them. The money is all oil. Both of them, both sides are oil,
Yeah, it's their dad's money is where they all came from.
and they just stretched it and became millionaires
They
or
stretched it
billionaires.
and kept their dad's legacy going and kept making more and more money.
Yeah,
It's an interesting story about how many people they've had killed. Just look
Uh-oh.
on Wikipedia in order to keep their money. No. Their story's out there. You can go read it.
should we start wearing
There's a sister
bulletproof
out there or
vests
some
again?
shit or something.
Should we start wearing our flapjacks and stuff again?
If I remember right, they had a son, one of them had a son that disowned everything and just backed off and
Just lived
started
up under
walking
a
the
bridge
streets.
on the like over at Trinity and Pipeline or some shit.
Walked up and down Camp Bowie.
Man, there's people that do that kind of stuff.
Yep.
People. There's people out in L.A. that do that distance from their rich ass families.
Let's reach out to them.
Let me ask you something real quick while we're talking about rich and elite
Sid
people.
and Ed, let's get them in here.
Okay. What do you think about old Sean Penn talking about fighting now? Did you see that? Think it's all a publicity stunt?
Okay, first off, Sean Penn is deep state fucking...
You think he's in it?
He's working in something.
He has been put in some weird positions.
How?
Deep state. Like, I'm sure he got put in there.
I just
placed in there.
happened to be in Ukraine before the war broke out, and I'm here with all my camera
Or
crews
with
and everything.
what was the
running
El
this
Chapo and I
documentary.
just ran into each other because we
Yeah.
both fucked this reporter.
El Chapo sent him an email saying he wanted to meet with Sean Penn.
Now that would be a good guest to book. Hey, Susie, make that one happen. Let's get
I don't
Sean.
want him
let's
in
get
here.
Sean Penn. Dude, I bet he'd be a great interview. Imagine the stories that man has. I'm sure eventually he'd get drunk and start being real pompous. But maybe not.
He doesn't have to be drunk. He's already pompous. You ever seen him in other interviews?
Just don't rag on Spicoli.
Spicoli would be way cooler to interview than fucking...
Okay, well, we could tell him, hey, you can only do this interview in Spicoli mode, okay? You have to be him.
I don't want him around here.
I can't believe you're not intrigued by that story. Like, I'm not brushing it off. If the guy wants to
which
go
one?
do it and he have someone run around with a camera and watch him fight Russians, then I think that's pretty fucking crazy.
I'll let
And
him...
we'll be cool.
What I think he needs to do, he needs to fight the Texas guy...
Copeland?
No, the guy that's from Texas that's being a reporter and a PR guy for the Russian army.
Yeah.
That guy, that old man, that guy's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. There's some weird stuff with this battle, this war. This is a very weird war.
All the posed photo shoots.
Yeah.
That keep coming
And
out.
how much our president's name is intertwined and with the whole fucking thing.
We knew that beforehand.
I know we did, but
we knew that beforehand.
I didn't. It's kind of like you remember when Trump got elected and it became more and more and more apparent that what we were saying was right, and like just how it just didn't. It became a non-joke. All of a sudden, we had Orange Man in.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening with this war. It's like all these things that we've said before and talked about and heard on shows. It's like coming out that all this shit is true, and there's so much tied into this war with Ukraine and Russia. And if you talk about any of it, you're a Russian Nazi.
That's right. You are. You're a Nazi. You side with Russia.
Yeah.
So we're an hour into this. And we haven't got out of shoot the shit yet. I want to blow through this real quick. When I was at Main
What's
Street
shoot the
Arts
shit?
Fest,
Uh-huh.
there were these guys.
Trippy.
As we were exiting, these guys called Trippy Outdoor. And I got intrigued by these chairs they were selling. Check this chair out. I meant to bring mine out. Let's see here.
There was one out on the door. Out there. There's a chair.
It's this.
It's not that.
It's basically two pieces of wood that intertwine with each other and kick back for these badass. They're comfortable as shit. There's no armrest, so they're great for playing guitar on. But I bought mine for this reason right here. If you go to trippyoutdoor.com, there's a little couple sitting around the fire, and that's why I bought mine. Weighs nothing, and they were
Easy
selling
to
them there.
load up, huh?
Now here's the thing. Way easy to load up. I already was digging the shit out of them because it's just two pieces of wood. Bam, bam, done. But then they told me, I was like, where are you guys from? You know, because I was going to order one. They're like, oh, we're from North Richland Hills. So these guys, this Trippy Outdoor guys, that's what kind of pushed me over the edge to go ahead and buy
What else
one
they
now.
have?
Basically, they have shirts, and they have stickers and posters and a coffee mug. But the big thing is this door, or this chair.
The chair.
They have two different sides. They have a low and a high back. And I got the low back and dig the shit out of it. It's great.
Do they have one for like a south of the border one?
It's not funny. I was like, where are you going with this? Now, the thing is, this will handle 1,000 pounds. So it's the perfect stool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
For sitting there and having your lady sit on your lap.
Instead of sitting on some log out in the getting chiggers and ticks and stuff, which, by the way.
What?
Forgot we can't say that anymore. I forgot. There's so many things.
I got the Tripster.
The Tripster?
I got the Tripster.
And
but
it
it's
has to do
badass.
with the back, how long the back is. How much are these bad boys? And why are we giving them free advertisement? Did they knock some off your price?
They're from here.
But they give you anything off the price?
They're going to come in.
Let me see the price.
See if they'll bring us some in. $158, $178. Now they had a special going on there at the show, but
little steep.
Little steep,
dog.
Little steep dog.
They are cool, but good gosh, they're proud of them.
They are. Well, they're getting going, and they're made here in the town. But if you were there, you got a big discount.
What other stuff they got?
Shirts and stickers and stuff.
But just as far as furniture goes, that's it.
That's all they're making right now.
That's probably a $178 chair. That's why.
But I mean,
imagine. Hate to see how much a table would be. Goodness, you got to get it financed
or a couch.
Yeah.
But I told them down the road they can come in.
Yeah,
hang out.
It looks pretty cool, man. I would love to have them.
And tell us about why they came up with this, and I think they've been on Shark Tank, so we could talk to them about Shark Tank stuff.
Yeah. Mark Cuban, right? He's the one that does the Shark Tanks.
If he fondled them.
Well, that's a show we'll never be on. Hey, the Mavericks are in the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah. Luka just rolled his ankle and fucked himself up.
What was his calf that he strained?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Their first game's at noon.
When?
On Saturday. How much disrespect is that? Like, oh, hey, neat, the Mavericks are in the playoffs at noon on Saturday. You'll just start to work on your hangover.
Yeah.
When tip-off happens.
Yesterday, I went to a thing, and I wish you would have come.
I wanted to come to that.
My friend Denver Williams put together this show called Dark Side of the Country Science Rainbow at the Post.
It sounds cool, too.
I didn't know, like...
how much work they put into it?
No, there was a lot of drugs going on.
Well...
and I felt like I needed to be on a lot of drugs. It was... okay, I'm going to tell you. What was funny as shit is they had this giant screen with the CMT awards being projected on them, and they had a panel in the back. They had the volume down, but the panel in the back was pretending like whoever was on stage, that was who was talking. And it was our friend Brian, Charles Marchbanks, and then like two females. I don't know who they were, but they were all carrying on. And that was funny. Then they went to commercials. No, they went to commercials. No, I don't know. I think she's dead. I think the vaccines killed her. But it was great that they did this. It was funny as shit. Like, and especially when the TV went to commercials. Like my favorite part was just running all over the commercials. And one of the funniest things that gave me the giggles, and it's given me the giggles today. Anytime like something's come up in my head, I've thrown this in my head. I haven't said it out loud because it'll offend a lot of people. But Brian, like it was after some Sonic commercial or something. He goes, "Let's declare war on the Mormons." And it was just like, it made no sense with anything. It didn't fit with anything, and it cracked me up. And then a band would play in the CMTs, and the band behind the stage would just kind of make up a song as they were going and kind of plunk along, and it was like a shitty song on purpose because they're making fun of whoever was singing on stage. And then they would take a break and play real songs from like Denver's Library or whatever, or I think from Keegan's Library. But it was pretty good. It was fun. Next year I want to be a part of it though, because I want to just do the reading stuff, because that cracked me up.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
But everybody's scared to have us on because we'd light it up.
Well, we'd either go extremely sexist or throw in racial stuff.
No, we'd actually be funny, is what it would be.
Everybody dressed up in their cowboy garb, and if I would have thought
I'm about to make some life changes, mofos.
You gonna be in your cowboy garb?
No, I'm talking about.
Well, everybody.
This scene.
What is going on?
Has bored me, and the participation is bored. What are you doing?
What? I don't know.
What are you doing?
My watch keeps going off. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
It's probably weather alerts, man.
It probably is. And let's end out this thing, this shoot the shit with little advertisement for this weekend is Psychedelic Panther. Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Mass, Main at Southside.
And there's a lot of stuff we need to talk about off the air, because now that I'm remembering now, like
about the show last week. Oh no. So we need to. I want to clear some things up about our guest, and I'll just talk about it on the air because I don't care.
He did not have a stroke.
I got a ton of text messages that asked if he had a stroke from all sorts of different people. Like, it was just funny because everybody's like, "Did Joe have a stroke last week?" No, he didn't have a stroke. He's okay. He had a little bit to drink.
A little.
I mean.
You know what's funny? As soon as I walked in the door, I was like, man, I feel bad. I just fucking ditched Dustin again with the fucking...
I was out here till 1:20. 1:20 in the morning.
And the first thing you said when you saw me on on Wednesday is like, dude, you got to stop doing that. And you're like, I'm not playing, man. You got to stop doing
fucking
that
20. So, yeah, he didn't have a stroke. He's okay. The Psychedelic Panther's going to be badass.
It will be very, very
It's going to be a fun weekend. The way things are lining up, it's looking good. 2 stages, a lot of bands, all sorts of stuff.
2 stages, 1 cup.
Go to psychedelicpanther.com. Get your badges now.
Psychedelic Panther.
While they're cheap.
2 stages, 1 cup.
Now, personal PR.
Personal PR.
April 23rd.
23rd.
I alluded to this earlier, but Arts Goggle is returning to Magnolia. 30 blocks. It's not really 30 blocks.
Returning to Magnolia.
I need people to come down and see me and buy some art.
We need you to come naked.
I don't do this ever.
But I do sometimes.
I've done 2 shows in the last 10 years.
2 shows in the last 1,000 years.
Yes. It's from noon to 10 p.m. There's going to be 750 artists.
700.
I'm one of them.
Dustin is one of them.
It's 21 blocks.
21 pilots.
Hey, this is my picture.
Wait, 21 pilots?
21 blocks.
21 blocks.
This is my drone photo.
Someone ganked your stuff again?
These motherfuckers always stealing my shit around here.
Always stealing Dustin's shit around here.
I'm going to cut some throats. Anyway.
I'm going to cut my own throat after this.
That's it. Come to Arts Goggle. We'll talk about it again
Come
next
to
week.
Arts Goggle.
I just letting everybody know ahead of time.
Letting everybody know.
And then this Saturday the 16th are the Methinks, the Dangits, the Infamous, and Pratty at Lola's.
Yes, what he said. At Lola's.
So you can't copy me after that. And I want to ask you one thing.
Yeah.
Not on the phone.
Yes. Sorry. I get carried away sometimes because I'm so pumped.
I went to the doctor today to have a...
Oh, great.
No. I don't want to go there.
No, I've got... You about to have one?
No.
You're not going to do it? Don't have AIDS?
No. It's not that.
Okay.
But it's time in my life for some butt stuff.
That I've already had done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. It's fun. It's good stuff. Good times. Good times.
Well, I had 2 options. Did you have 2 options when you did it?
What do you... There's options?
Yeah.
I think it's just whoop.
Nope.
Not anymore. They can go down?
Nope.
Oh, take a pill.
No. But that one's good.
I don't know. No, I only had one option. It was whoop.
They give you this kit that's got a little bucket in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you doot in the bucket.
Then send it to them?
And you screw the lid on, you send it off to them, and then they tell you if everything looks good or not. And if it doesn't look good,
then
if they think you might have polyps, then you go do the real thing.
Ew. No, I didn't have that option. I had to come do the show. But
so I'm doing the bucket thing first.
I got it in my background, though. That's why I had to do it so early.
I don't have it in my background.
So they might not have offered that to me because of that. They're like, we need to look.
I don't have it in my background, so...
well, right now, it's a good time to be alive, I guess. Which one are you going to do?
I'm doing the little bucket thing first. And then... so
I've had to do that before, though. Except it was I had to provide stool samples and I had to take a little ice... You know the scoops that you should take samples of ice creams?
Like at Baskin Robbins?
Yeah. They basically sent me home with a kit of that and was like, hey, every time you take a shit, put some of it in a little cup.
Now, years and years ago, I had to...
humiliating.
I had to do that. And, yeah, I remember it being like, I had to fire the proton torpedoes down the Death Star tube. I had to stay on target as I was dropping it in. So this one's a little bigger. It's like a bigger thing.
Well, do you remember the infamous story that came out of mine, right?
Yeah, the Huffer story.
The Huffer story, yeah.
This is what I fear. I fear the things I might say on drugs.
Yeah.
And the truths
that
could come out.
Yeah, it's insane. Apparently, I get really nice, and especially with the nurses. Like with the nurses, when I blew my knee out, my mom was like, you would not leave the nurse alone. I thought you were going to take a knee and ask her to marry you.
Well, I have friends that are nurses.
Yeah, I'm sure they got
female
good
nurses,
stories.
And they say that's kind of
it was
a thing they learned to...
It was a female nurse that I was doing that to. What do you think?
Now, just imagine that 2 of these nurses are Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders also. Imagine that comes in as like, and you're like,
why you come through to that?
Yeah.
I want to touch your babies.
I love you. Will you marry me?
You look like you have very soft skin. And it makes me cry.
And you're like, oh my God.
Cry of dandelions. I think I've met my future. And then your girlfriend is right here just going, fuck. I hate you so bad.
Die.
Can you put him back under? It's pretty much what Brittany was saying. She's
forever.
Like, can you turn it up?
Can you put him under and he never wakes up?
The colonoscopy was not bad though. Like I made it way worse than I thought it was, and they give you something to relax you. Like they throw some Xanax or something in your IV. Yeah. And so you all of a sudden you're kind of nervous about them just like.
I just don't like being under truth serum.
Putting a roto-rooter in your butthole, and all of a sudden, once they give you that
you're
gonna feel a little better. What?
You ever had a colonic? A high colonic, where they go in there and they spray all your doo-doo out with like a
I've
water
had that
hose.
after some rough weekends and stuff. Yeah, I've done that.
No, a colonic, they go in there and they get all the
detox or something
doo-doo out. Yeah. And it's like they like the car wash hose. They just shove it up your butt and get in
It's
there.
like a power wash of your intestines.
Yeah.
Goodness, man, that sounds violent.
It's not that strong though. It's not like
it's
strong enough to
what
eat
I was just saying that you lose the anxiety real quick when they like, hey, well, this is gonna help relax you, and then next thing you know, you're like, man, you guys want to smoke a joint? Like all of a sudden you go to party mode. You're like, whoa, what's going on? Is that weather or is that our AC?
The AC. Here's how I'm gonna sound. Okay.
Should I go?
Here's how I'm gonna
roll pink on this.
Maybe you should be my thunder buddy with this.
Because we're going straight to chat room after it.
I'm fine. We'll be right down the street from it.
And I'm like, look what he did.
And we'll go do it at Harris, and Peter will be there. But I'm gonna come out
look at this doo-doo video.
I'm gonna sound just like this. Ready? I'm gonna sound like this.
Han Solo ain't never had no sex with Princess Leia in the Star Wars.
I found it.
You did find it.
I did.
I was like, he's either gonna play that or he's gonna play Biden, saying something about prostitutes.
I can't even. Did I already mix that over? I know I downloaded it. Yeah, I'll come out sounding like that, like this right here.
We're the only outfit in the country that is immune. Imagine had the tobacco industry been immune to prostitute being sued. Come on. In February, the families of 9
to prostitutes being sued. Come on.
Hey, are we done shooting the shit? Because I got some questions about some of this stuff that's come out in the last 2 weeks. Because we really didn't get to talk any shit last week.
We do, and I've got a voicemail. We got a voicemail this week.
About the prostitutes. We had the prostitutes back there.
Give me that back.
Here you go.
You gotta do it tastefully.
What do you want to do, man? You want to do the voicemail first?
You know, let's do it since we haven't had one in a while. So
I'm excited.
This is from another
female. We never get female calls.
It's a male.
Damn it!
We never get female calls. That's true. This is from one of the boys at the Funky Panther.
Funky Panther.
You ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Here we go.
This is Javier here at the Funky Panther. I ran into your sticker here in the picture of the mass bathroom. I wanted to call you guys and tell you that I love y'all, and y'all are fucking righteous. Also, let's go get tacos.
Let's go get some tacos.
Let's get tacos one day. Let's get fucking tacos. Tacos are the world's best friends.
Yes.
I'm not sure that you know this, but World War I ended because all the countries were like, let's get tacos.
That has to be true.
Y'all went to Taco Casa.
Makes sense.
And had tacos.
100%.
Anyways, love you guys.
Sure.
I'm going to go shout out me, Javier, Chad, the redheaded ginger, and Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Tim is the boss of the bosses.
Or Tom.
And so was Stark. Stark is our intern, but, I only have to say his name once because he's a wiener. I love you guys. Much love to y'all. And let's go hang out at Mass and see Uncle Toski perform. Love you.
Totally should.
Let's
blah,
do
blah,
it.
blah. Keep it on the funky side, and let's keep on rocking in the free world and do. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. All right. I'm kind of drunk. All right, bye, guys.
I'm kind of drunk.
I'm drunk.
I'm kind of drunk.
Is that
So,
did
Javier.
you see one of the stickers that had been put in the toilet?
No, it's one of the
Was
ones
this
with the
one
new
of the-
phone numbers. Our new set of stickers that
Oh,
have
yeah,
the voicemail number on it.
It finally worked.
It is working. Well, we're finally sticking them up somewhere. They've been sitting around forever. But Javier was the one that when the Fort Worth Weekly originally put up their award, they put it up as like YH. They spelled his name like YHAVIR, Javier, and Tom instead of Javier and Tim. Remember we talked about that on the show
No, I don't remember that, but
well,
that
it's
sounds
been
like something that would happen.
It was when it first got put up on the website. And
Yeah.
I screenshotted it when they won the award, and then someone went in there and fixed it and spelt everything right.
Yeah.
I was like,
Is that the same year that Daft Pistols was nominated for, and he didn't have a release ever in his life?
No,
ever?
because they do their background checks and really check up on things and make sure things are spelt right.
Well, that was
I
very
think
nice.
On one of our awards, both of our names are spelt wrong.
Really?
How do you misspell Matt?
Well, some people do the Matt Hoffman thing with the M-A-T.
Oh, yeah.
But it's rare.
And I was Justin for a while.
Justin?
Yeah.
And everybody thinks
That
we're
always
brothers.
happens.
They're like,
Yeah,
why is y'all's names different?
Yeah. So that
different.
was funny, but then they went back and fixed it. I wish I still had that screenshot.
Yeah.
That cracked me up. But anyway, yeah, it's good to hear from you. I definitely want some tacos, man. We need to hang out. We were going to have those guys on the show.
We should do a taco combination podcast.
Yeah, taco.
And we'll do the first hour, or they'll do the first hour. Then we'll how the ticket does the what do they call that? The where they
White Elephant?
No. At the end of the hard line, or not the hard line. The beginning of the hard line when they do the
Why Today Doesn't Suck?
Yeah, that's called something though. They blend it together. The crossover,
the
kinda,
crosstalk.
Crosstalk,
mix?
yeah. We'll do the mix, the crosstalk, and then hand it off to them, or they'll hand it off to us.
Or I got an idea.
And we'll just make fun of Jeffrey Lord the whole time.
If the three of them come in, or if they bring their intern, there's 4, and there's the 2 of us.
No, this should be remote.
But I have an idea. Okay, so remote, whatever we do.
A taco
we set
remote.
We all bring in our favorite set of tacos, and then we trade out a taco each, and then we go through the tacos and eat them.
Yeah. I'm digging this. This sounds great.
It's like a blind taste test of tacos.
Yeah.
And we all see which tacos someone likes better.
But see, some smartass is going to go to Taco Bueno.
No, that's fine.
Show up.
That's fine.
That reminds me of the guy, of
taco,
Sam
no
down
matter
there,
what.
when he would win the chili cook-off every year because he'd go to Wendy's and put Wendy's chili in and win his own award.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
But I like what you're thinking, though. I'm feeling what you're dealing.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
What happened?
There's a Fort Worth podcast meetup on May 12th at the Kempter Harper Hotel.
So we can't do it then.
Yeah. I forgot about the invite. We did get the invite.
I didn't get an invite.
We got an invite.
At the Kemper Hotel? That'll be cool.
May 12th.
Who all's involved with that?
Well, they're putting it all together. You know,
The
they
Funky
at least
Panther?
they see.
I like those boys.
Well, and being young in the podcast world, they still have that drive, that push, where you and I are just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
We used to have
until
drive
we
and
hear
push.
that, till we hear like tacos, and
Well, yeah, the whole taco thing. I mean, we used to put on shows with bands and stuff.
Well, then we realized the world was ending, so now we got these
And then
other
we're like,
things we got to take care of.
Yeah. Then we got busy.
And let's face it, the Funky Panther guys are probably getting paid.
A
We're
lot.
we're still waiting our first check.
Yeah. We're still waiting our first check. So donate to us. Use the donate buttons on our website.
You see that donate button right
see
there?
That donate? Be
you
sure
see
to
that?
push the
You
oh
see
my
that?
God,
That's our
donate
lunch
that.
money
Yeah,
button.
yeah.
You go ahead and you press that, and you partition it. You give
We
me
did get
$100,000,
one
and you give
RoboTuner.
him $100,000.
We did get one RoboTuner. Just forgot about it.
What's
I
that?
forgot to bring it up. The thing for that deal.
Is he the one that's putting it on?
No, Corks and Cowtown is
Corks
that
and Cowtown.
that other one we've been talking to through Instagram. We're in that group chat on Instagram about all meeting up and hanging out and doing stuff and touching front bottoms or
All right.
something. I don't know.
I'll talk to the me things. Fuck, they'll show up too, man.
Yeah. I'll just talk to everybody and bring them all out.
Yeah.
So Gilbert Gottfried's dead.
That was a pisser, for sure.
That is a pisser. 67. Ventricular.
Man, this has been a rough.
Tachycardia.
Remember a few years ago we had a rough rock and roll little spell when like Lemmy died, like David Bowie died, and like
Tom Petty.
Chris Cornell offs himself, then Chester the child molester offs himself.
It's Chester.
Like remember that?
Yeah. that
Comedy's
whole year.
having that now.
Comedy is going through the death cycle now. It
Yeah.
kinda sucks. Yeah.
Sucks.
Yeah, we need
Especially
to call
'cause-
Brian.
Well, no, we don't. But
We don't need to call Brian right now?
have
him check
you
in?
can if you want to.
We'll have him check in. And Gilbert I loved.
Everybody loved Gilbert.
He'd show up on Stern all the time. Man, that guy was pretty fucking smart when it came to shit. And God, hearing him there's a video on YouTube, and I would have played it at the beginning of the show, but it's 9 minutes long, but it's him going through the entire Aristocrats joke and getting worse and worse and worse and dark and dirty to where the dog's shitting on the mom. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And
He was not woke.
he wasn't, and he rolled with that. And that joke is so goddamn funny because it's got the stupidest punchline ever, but it's the whole build-up. Like, oh my God, where are you going with this? Because you're free balling in the middle of it. But if you go on, another thing, you go on YouTube, and he has, and it's been up there for a while, but it's his greatest hits of the Comedy Central roasts.
Yeah.
Just killed it every time. And it's, You know, a lot of people are like, I can't stand his voice. I can't stand, you know, the way he sounds. But that was his bit. If you listen,
I guess he should change it up because you don't like his voice.
Hey, I don't see these people that are complaining about it.
Now
making
you did.
Millions in
Now
comedy
you told me, or I think it was you that said you couldn't stand Bobcats.
No, Bobcats I could take.
Well, one of our friends was like, I can't stand that guy because his voice, and I was like, you got to listen to what he's saying.
I think it's Seth.
Probably.
I think he didn't like Bobcat, but he was.
Yeah, and Seth's like favorite comedians like Patton Oswalt, which he's good, but I'm like, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to think about that.
I do.
It's like
you want me to go public on it?
It's like people that like the guy that, what's his name? You might be redneck.
I'll continue talking about it if you'd like.
The Walmart comedians.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking with you.
What's that guy's name?
Jeff Foxworthy, right?
Yeah.
We developed that last week.
Yeah, the fucking.
And then the guy that does the Muppets is I forgot already. We just talked about this.
Not Larry the Cable Guy.
No, he's the one that does.
Another like that. That's the whole Walmart comedy tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Dunham's the one with the robots.
Jeff Dunham, that's it.
Stupid. I can't stand
Jeff Dunham. I can't either.
I don't like people that do prop humor.
Sticks. Well, I mean, some of it, like Gallagher, was funny.
That's because he was destroying things and just being stupid.
Yeah, and Carrot Top has done some funny stuff. You just don't like gingers, man.
No, they're some of my favorites.
No.
Yeah?
They're not.
Yeah, they are.
Well.
Yeah, they are. Let me reach over here and show
I
you some
know
pictures.
what you like, and they're not your favorites.
They're one of my favorites.
Only if they have penises.
No. Oh, so Carrot Top doesn't have a penis. We're at the end of that. Boom. Does Carrot Top still perform at the Excelsior Casino
no
or
idea.
whatever? Excalibur, Excelsior, whatever.
I've never seen Carrot Top live. I'm sure you have, since you like redheads.
So, side note, Vegas. We all need to go again because next month opens the craziest venue I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen this MSG Globe?
No.
Hold on a second.
MSG Globe?
Hold on.
Is it like the GHB Globe?
Yeah, you get Molly and you go in there. Isn't that what GHB or is that the date rape? Which one? Where are we at?
Molly's ex.
Okay.
MDMA. The MDMA Globe.
I'm sorry. It's called the MSG. So Madison Square Garden.
MSG?
Madison Square Garden.
So not the chemical that they put in your food to process it?
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm horny for it.
Man, it is really stuffy in here. Like, it's muggy. It's like Houston muggy in here. What the hell?
Is a venue that's a globe. That's the Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
And look how much bigger it is.
That's up and running right now? It looks like the moon.
Look at it down here in Vegas.
That's going to be so cool flying in
Right
and
there.
seeing
Boom.
that.
Like, there's the Venetian, and bam, right behind it. Bam.
So, okay, and this is a venue for shows, or is it a hotel?
It's a venue for concerts.
And that's how it looks, huh?
Check this out. Look, this is it. That's the inside of it. Look at all those seats and stuff. They've been building it for the last year and a half.
Oh, it changes stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we should go to that. Eat some mushrooms.
Look at the sound in here. Oh, and it's spatial audio. That's it.
Let me
too, when you're
guess.
in there.
9 Inch Nails already has a show booked there. I wish. Tool has a show booked there.
Both those bands need to. Look
How
at
much-
that. Look at that. Look at the seating. And look at this shit going on. And then you got.
Are there any shows that are booked that are listed yet?
I don't know yet. Let's go look.
Yeah, I'm in.
I guess it's part of the Venetian. I don't know. I can't see everything on this because the resolution changes when we go up.
Yeah, man, I'm in.
I'm in too, right?
That looks amazing.
Looks now.
That's the titties for sure.
Imagine if they made that a big titty.
They could totally make that. Well, it'd be one tit.
Yeah, just one giant titty.
Yeah.
Or an eyeball.
You could do an eyeball, too. That'd be creepy. Like on Halloween, the eyeball's just looking around.
Yeah. Yeah. So they got...
They could make it a big bowling ball, too.
I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, this thing looks ridiculous, and I don't know. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to go.
I am, too. So see if there's any shows that are booked that we can go to.
I'll do some work. MSG.
You don't have to do the work now.
We need to go. Like, if
Yeah,
one of
I
our
totally agree.
favorite bands rolls through there, that's
like
a must.
But they are. I wouldn't be surprised if all our favorite bands roll through there for that one.
I mean, it's got to be, right? Got to be.
If I was in one of these, if I was in Five Finger Death Punch, I'd be like, bro, we got to play a show there, man.
You got to see this picture. Hold on.
Of the Globe? The MSG?
Do
they have a picture of the of anyone playing yet? Video or anything yet?
That's what I'm about to show you. What did I search?
Do you remember when we used to play the Ridgely Theater and you'd have the image behind you? Can you imagine
like,
playing?
This is the coolest shit ever, man. We made it. But now you're here.
Now you're there.
You're like,
I'm Five Finger Death Punch.
Look at this picture. Okay, hold on. I'm bringing it up. Hold on. It's loading. It's loading. Okay. What is that? The Insane Concert Venue. Look, there's where the band plays and the screen.
You know what that makes me want to see?
Drugs. What?
It's not what I was going to say.
Oh. What do you
Does it make me want to see drugs? It makes me want to do drugs.
But that is where the band sits.
How pissed would you be if you went there and they just kept showing like mushrooms, like some weed, some cocaine? Like that's all you saw. No, the Viking band that we love that has the horn song.
That we love, that you love.
Amon Amarth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would work great. They could have Viking fights happening.
Yeah.
By the time we're able to go, though, and get in a show.
There's no way Spectacle could play that show, man.
No, I couldn't play.
Dave would I think you'd be fine.
No.
I think Peter would be fine. The whole band would be fine except one man.
Dave. So my thing...
He'd start walking out into the ocean.
So my thing with this is...
That's amazing.
By the time we can go and probably afford a show, there'll be pixelated boxes of screens.
That it's all burnt out, yeah. Kind of like the first time you went and saw the Hoss, was it called the Hoss out at Texas Motor Speedway?
Yeah.
You're like, well, shit, there's a bunch of holes in it. Like, doesn't look right.
MSG Sphere in Las Vegas.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're going to have an F1 race there.
I know.
And it looks amazing.
Can we get into that?
F1?
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Where do
I wanted to see if there was any bands that were actually booked, though.
I don't see any.
There.
I don't see any.
So is it still in construction?
It opens next month.
Breaking news. You get it. And you get it first from the Jerry Jonestown Massacre
breaking
podcast.
News.
Oh. Did you hear that? What I was coming with, though?
I heard you.
Hey, anyone that needs voiceover, y'all let us know. I'm not joking either. Got the Dallas Cowboys playing the Kansas City Chiefs coming up next.
Well, since this is the Formula One theme, that doesn't work, but okay. So, we screwed up this weekend. We should have had a watching party at midnight and gotten trashed somewhere watching Formula One
There's
in
only
Australia.
probably 2 bars in the DFW area that in Fort Worth. There's
at someone's
I guess
house.
Fort Worth, yeah, someone's house.
We could have done it at someone's house, but we could have had everybody over. We could have had Aaron over. Could have watched some racing. Could have had some fun. Drank our own liquor. Enjoyed the race, although it was sort of boring. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the most nail biting race the whole time.
You can't win all the Super Bowls.
Can't win them all. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about the race. I want to talk about the video game you sucked me into. So now I went and downloaded.
Did you get 19 first, or did you go straight to 21?
I went straight 2021.
I knew that was what you were going to do.
Yeah, I went straight 2021. And
how much?
How much did I pay for it?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. It's on Game Pass.
No. Do you have the EA one too, or something? Or because it wasn't free when I got mine. Because I got 2019.
I do have the EA.
I wonder if it's an EA. Are you sure?
Oh, I didn't pay anything.
I don't think it's EA though, is it?
Yeah, it is because when it kicks on, it goes EA Sports. It's in the game, and that got me kind of horny. I was like, man, I haven't heard that in forever.
The game is awesome.
Game is fun as shit.
I like how they separate the weekends.
They do, and I like how they do all the practice stuff. They do everything right.
How much?
Your practice
what are you doing on percentage on race? Quarter? Or are you doing half?
What do you mean?
On your, you know how you can start your seat. Like, are you doing a career yet?
My first race was like 5 laps.
So you got to bump it up to like 25% is what I do.
But I bumped it up. I was
the
like,
more
this
I'm
too
learning
fast.
about, but the thing is, the more I'm learning about the sport and everything that goes into it. Like now, I already want to do 50%, and they said if you do that, it unlock like there's more. You learn more, and there's more to the game. Yeah. And I've even heard that some people straight go full length.
Well,
Have you ever done that in the game?
I have, yeah.
Like
And Gran
NASCAR or
Turismo.
something?
Gran Turismo, I used to go full length.
Well, yeah, Gran Turismo was shorter. Was it full?
When you got your S license, the races became anywhere between 20 and 100 laps.
I guess I don't remember that. I played the crap out of Gran Turismo too.
When you got your super license, that's what happened. Was it?
Yeah.
It unlocked a whole bunch of shit, and you went nuts.
Yeah. It's another level than GT though. I love GT a lot.
Okay, so here's what made me kind of go.
You're gonna
what
make
the hell?
me want to punch you in the face if you say something that's not on my game though.
But I'm 3.
gonna
Are
be
you playing
pissed.
2019?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing 2019, and I've come this close several times.
Okay, I got you. Because you've already told me this. The post interviews of they can just pop up whenever.
Yeah, and you could do no comment if you want to be a dick.
But it was like
the girl's like, "Thanks."
Yeah, she gets all mad, but she's asking you these questions, and it's like,
How do I answer this?
gotta look, and then it affects everything.
You just pissed off your your research and development team or whatever it is.
Or you just pissed off the entire chassis team.
Yeah.
Or you just pissed off the entire
Yeah.
your race partner. You just pissed off or your teammate. You just pissed off your teammate.
Yeah.
Or
you just pissed off the whole race community.
Yeah. Yeah. The fans are turning their back on you and no. Luckily I'm a badass. Because
well, we knew that, right?
I told you.
We knew you were gonna be a badass.
I fucking told you. I've raced 3 races so far. I've come
3-0.
First place. 3 races. I have a turkey. And my value has skyrocketed to where the team doesn't want to get rid of me. And I can kind of be a hothead a little bit now. I can just kind of give the bird to things. But the other...
What do you think about the rain races where your screen's all fucked up? And you're like, dude, I can't see shit.
I can see. Like, can we get off these rain tires?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure your version, you can talk back to your crew.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, mine doesn't have that.
You couldn't? Okay, so when you hit the right RB?
No, I mean with a headset. If you play it that way.
Oh, I don't have a working headset. But it does show that you can talk, but the RB will it will. You can go through and select what you want to ask them or what's going on or your response to things, and that was kind of funny because I'm trying to race and I'm like, well, what do I want to tell them?
We're gonna change the race strategy. You're like, no, don't change the fucking race strategy.
I'm winning. Why do you have to change anything?
Exactly.
I'm in the lead.
Yeah.
Like with any racing, I find it way easier to just win the pole position and just stay in front the whole time. Until I'd started upping things, and I was like, I want to pit.
You've done have you run 3 races, or have you run more than 3?
I've run 3 races.
Are you in the career yet?
I'm in the career, yeah.
Have you done the Austrian track yet? That's the fastest and the funnest.
Well, so it's based off the season. So
Austria's they race in Austria every year, don't they?
They do, but it's all out of order. The 2021 season is what it's based off of. So
yeah. So you might be a different time.
Yeah, I haven't got to it yet because I raced Ferrari's track, the Italian one, what is it, Imola?
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's a cool game. Man.
Bahrain was the first one, I thought, and then
I haven't done a night race yet.
Portugal sucks.
Portugal, I don't know.
Portugal made me crazy. And that's what
Have you done Monte Carlo? Monte Carlo will make you crazy.
I love Monte Carlo. I used to
love watching it.
that track in other games. And
you might like it then. It's all I did was brake, turn, like it hurt my hands.
Yeah,
it hurts your hands when you play it. But the game itself, is so more technical than any other race game I've ever played. I've never played a race game this technical.
That's what I wanted to get into. Was one of the things that pissed me off was it was like my second day of practice at Portugal, and I'm doing practice so you can unlock all the little things for your engines and stuff. And so I'm going through all these practice laps trying to do the goals they want you to do. Well, I get to the garage and it says my crew guy goes, you're gonna have to wait a few minutes because we have a leak.
Oh yeah, you have to wait for repair times and stuff.
And they're sitting there repairing, and as I'm sitting there in the car, looking at the screens in front of you, like you
can advance that though on mine.
Yeah, you can fast forward advance it. That's what I did.
That's when I checked my text.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I have to wait for a repair?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's a great game though. I love it.
It's pretty awesome.
I knew you would be hooked once you play it. The thing that's really cool too is the way. Just the way, I don't know, it seems like a game that really kind of stays true to the experience of being an F1 driver. Like, it's not even the easiest mode is not a walk in the park. Like, you can dumb things down on a lot of race games, and you can dumb this down, but it's not going to be easy still. You still have to put some hours into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to start doing full races, like, and see how long it takes. Like, how long can I?
50 lap.
Right, and then if there's a way you can pause it during your, I'm sure there is, like during the pit stop where you can actually take a little breather, maybe.
And calm down.
Yeah.
Pitting is fun. Pitting it once I got that figured
on
out.
automatic. I don't mess with that. That annoyed the crap out of me. The coming in too hot.
Yeah, I did that first, and then I put it on the where you hit the button and it goes automatic.
I wonder what the differences are between 2019.
We can go there and look after the show.
No, because I'll get pissed.
In Portugal, in one of my practice rounds, it was raining, and I'm cruising around, and it says, get a blue flag, which means...
Have you done it? Let them through?
Yeah, let them through.
Have you done a night race yet?
Yuki wouldn't get out of my way, and I ran right in the back of him and pushed
squirt.
him off. I was pissed.
That's going to cost you a penalty.
I was pissed at him. I was like,
then they wait like a lap down. Well, we've been given a penalty.
Yeah. I was like, God dang it.
Yeah.
Get out of my way.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
It's fun.
One of my favorite games right now.
I wish they'd update the roster because the stupid Russian is on there.
Why did... Yeah, you really hate that Russian dude, huh?
I don't like his dad. His dad's scary.
His dad's scary.
That's
why I'm talking nice about him.
His dad has killed people.
I like the guy's dad.
His dad
is a nice guy.
He'll fly to Texas and we'll be face down.
You know what it got me geeking out on the other day, and you might be more you might know more about this than me because I just started looking into it, is I started thinking about the logistics of that damn sport. How much stuff are they flying all over the globe?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like something crazy. Like there's over 50 tons of stuff that they're flying all over the earth.
That's the one thing I want to know.
The race continues almost during the week because you gotta. It's almost like once the season starts in F1, you're in a competition 24/7 until you're done.
Well, we had a 2-week break between Saudi and Australia, and now we're on another 2-week break. We don't have a race this weekend.
But there's still, if you think about it, because I started reading into the logistics, because I want to know what planes they use.
That's my question, and I wish the show would
get
show
into that.
Would like to show how they do stuff.
I bet you they will, because it can't be on one. It's got to be like a cargo plane, unless they have teams set up that are configuring, like they have garages at every track that are configuring things. But the way it sounds when you read into it, it sounds like there's stuff being shipped and planes flying 24/7 when the season starts. It's like so for instance, you said we got 2 weeks, right? A 2-week break.
Uh-huh.
Well, that lets teams that don't have as much money get caught up and get all their gear and everything they need for the race week. Whereas if you have more money, your race team has more money and can just jet set without any problem, the advantage goes away.
F1destinations.com is a website dedicated to the logistics of Formula
F1?
1. And see, I know when they flew into Houston or Austin, that they all landed there at Wichita Airport, the main airport there, in like DHL or FedEx planes and stuff, and they're everything.
I think
all the cars are
DHL does a
crated
lot
up.
of the sponsors. Like, is a lot of the transportation.
Yeah.
As far as equipment and stuff.
I hit the screen and it went away.
But I wonder what kind of jet was it? Was it a big like a C-31 or something?
Does this say? Okay, so it's estimated that each team will transport around 50 tons of cargo per year, which costs an upward of $8 million. DHL cargo
Your
travels,
transportation costs are $8
there you
million.
go. DHL cargo travels almost 132,000 kilometers over the course of a season in up to 6 or 7 Boeing 747 cargo planes
747
per event. Up to 300 trucks head from race to race. If you put them all together, they make a convoy longer than 5 kilometers. Over season, teams ship 660 tons of air freight and 500 tons of sea freight, the equivalent of 165
It's like an army.
elephants.
It's like an army.
Yeah. The cargo crates are specially designed to efficiently fill the space available in DHL's airplanes. There's around 100 people involved in the logistics overall, including people from DHL, team personnel, and locals to each event who aid the operation. And this shows how they pack everything up. The cars are tiny. I mean, the cars are really, really small, but holy shit. For example, here we go. Typically, the cargo will be sent on rotation around the world. To cut down costs, some equipment is sent by sea. Teams begin shipping 5 lots of cargo out for the first 5 flyaway races of the season in January. Typically, the cargo will be sent on rotation around the world. For example, after the Australian Grand Prix is finished, the sea freight will be sent to the 6th flyaway race of the year in Singapore and stored there until the Grand Prix weekend in September.
Have you ever been watching a race or some of the practice or qualifying, any part of F1, where they're like, yeah, that got held up on the seas, or like you've heard them talk about where there's been stuff that's been held up in logistics?
Or didn't make it, yeah. Stuff
Can you imagine if what's his name, Wolf, had a bunch of stuff that got stuck in the canal last year when the Suez Canal?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch.
So this was last year or 2 years ago when they started in Australia, and then the stuff from Australia went to Singapore, which is the 6th race. Which makes sense. Like,
just jet setting.
When big touring bands come through, like when Pink Floyd came through, they had 3 versions of that stage. That one would set up here. You know, when I was in Texas, they would set up. Another one would be setting up in Arizona. I think Metallica has 2 stages on that big giant ass thing they have. U2 and Muse had 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's usually you're just bouncing stage to stage. But that's pretty fucking crazy. I always wondered.
I know.
I want to see some video of this.
Surely, if the show continues, they're going to get into that part.
Golly.
Because it's not something you really think about until you start getting in. Like, it's not something the average sports fan thinks about.
No.
Or the average F1 fan. You got to start getting obsessed with it like we do.
And how many cars they
I
have?
would get obsessed with things like women.
How many cars they have? 8?
21.
Is it 21?
Or is it 21 teams with? I don't know. Don't give me a line. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. That game is awesome. I'm just gonna say that it's fun. It's fun, and I haven't been knocked down because, like I said, I'm a badass and I've got 3 golds.
Obviously,
3 first place wins.
You need to let the teams know how much your record. Say, man, I'm 3-0.
I'm 3-0. What are you gonna do? But I haven't been.
Why haven't you signed me?
I haven't been knocked down to like Haas or anything where the cars don't handle that well or accelerate that good.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm waiting
sucks.
for that. I'm waiting for that. Netflix.
Yes. Tell me more. Yes.
This isn't on Net. I watched the entire season of Better Call Saul, season 5.
I haven't watched it yet
because they just put it up on
Is it
Netflix.
good?
I forget how fucking good those shows are.
Yeah,
they're so good
and
so good. So
I think I just read something about Jesse and are going to be in an episode
of season 6. The final episode. God, so damn good, so good. And I watched something like we have a bunch of friends that are all Marvel nuts.
Yeah.
And love Marvel movies and films and shit.
Loki is the greatest thing that came out of Marvel. Thank you.
I haven't seen anybody talk about Hawkeye.
I hadn't even watched it.
It's great.
Is it?
It's fucking good. I
like
like it.
A series or a movie?
Series. 6 episodes.
Oh, it's short like Loki?
Yeah. 6 episodes.
I'll try it. I'll give it a whirl.
Takes place after everything has happened. You know, the last Avengers and Black Widow's dead and he's mourning and everything. I haven't watched it. You haven't watched Endgame?
Got beat down by everybody talking about it.
So you don't know anything about like Thanos and all that? No. Then how do you watch Loki and understand what the fuck's happening?
Just kind of looked up the things I needed to on what's it? That
Really?
website, Comicpedia or whatever. Or was it Fanapedia? The one that's about
Really?
comics and
Yeah.
and sci-fi. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just fucking I'm you've heard me say this. Marvel, the big Avenger series got really hard to watch the last few years. And it's not because of I like the characters, I like comics and stuff, but man, those one-liners just beat me to a pulp. It's like getting kicked in the nuts. And I was just like, I can't take this anymore. I'm not going to pay to go to a movie theater and watch this shit. Watch bad comedy and bad action all in one.
I want you to watch Endgame because I was all into it and loved it until this one scene. And I want to see if that same thing happens to you. If you're like, man, it was all good until...
Can I watch it on mute?
This happened.
Can I watch it on mute?
No, you don't have to. It's pretty good. It's good.
I just get beat down by that crap, man.
Yeah.
It used to be cute. I get it. I get it, guys. I like to have a good time with some funny some lines here and there, you know, crack a few jokes.
This one was very mature, and what freaked me out was, did you watch Daredevil?
No.
On Netflix when it was available? Or
I don't think I did. I might have.
That whole little Daredevil, Jessica Jones, all that?
No,
or whatever her name is?
No.
A Kingpin comes out and makes an appearance in all this.
Kingpin?
Yeah, it was fucking rad.
The bowler?
No.
You knew I was going to do that.
Yeah. But it's good. I mean, I dig.
I'll check it out though. If you're giving to me you think I'll like it? The thumb in the butt.
It's fun.
The Hawkeye, right?
Hawkeye, yeah.
Yeah. Not the DJ, not the country DJ.
No. The what's his name?
Did he get in trouble?
What's his name from Hurt Locker? Isn't that what he's in?
Did you watch Mayor of Kingstown yet?
No.
Because he's in that.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I haven't watched that yet. Yeah, I haven't watched that. I need to watch that.
Yeah. Well, good talk, Netflix talk. I'm trying to think of what I've been stuck on, and it's kind of been Seinfeld. Oh, I finally finished The Last Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got down and watched the last episode.
Shed a tear?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good way to end it.
When they do the little flashback, and you're like, man, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that hard.
I mean, it seems like yesterday.
I remember when they did that.
Remember yesterday.
Walking hand in hand. But I'm with you. I'm kind of done with Marvel stuff.
I like the series, though. Some of the stuff that's come out lately on the like Loki was amazing.
Robert Tuner brings up Moon Knight.
Moon Knight? Did we make a song about that?
That's too close to another name I don't like.
Moonfire?
No. A term that's not very good. When I see Moon Knight, I'm like...
You want to elaborate?
No, I don't. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Please continue.
Very uncomfortable.
Continue this.
No, it makes me...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about it on the microphone.
You don't like the term Moon Knight?
It's weird. It's a weird name. It's uncomfortable.
But you like Moonfire, not Moon Knight.
I like Moonfire. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Maybe we'll talk about it later
sometime. Off the airs?
When the sun's up or something. I don't know. Anyway, it's a weird... I need to watch it, and I probably will watch it. I watched all of Hawkeye while I was getting my prints ready for the show yesterday, and I watched all 6 episodes while I was working, and it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
And yeah,
Well, that's good stuff.
there was a
Dustin?
subway shooting today.
Yeah.
We're still finding out information. The guy got away.
And
The guy got away. They don't know who he is yet.
no, they got.
They
They're
got him?
probably minute. I don't know if they have him yet, but they know who he is now and everything.
How do they know who he is?
I told you right before the show started.
You told me how they knew what he was with, but how do they know who he is?
Once they figured out the van or they found out where that was. I mean, pretty easy to track at that point, probably. Listen here, though. So you mean to tell me I sent you this text earlier?
It was on the N train. Can you say that?
Okay, hang on. So you mean to tell me that the day that Biden's inflation numbers come out officially, that we just happened to have some weird shooting that didn't really kill anyone, but caused a big ruckus
with a 38?
With a 38. Like, this is very sketch. And it happened the day after Oatmeal Brain comes out and wages more war on the Second Amendment with the ghost guns.
And
at
the
the
ATF,
end of
the ATF fucking everything up.
and at the end of his speech, he did rail on
Prostitutes.
No, but he started getting on not just ghost guns, all AR body style rifles and stuff. So high capacity magazines.
But this wasn't done.
All happened.
This wasn't
This
done
was just-
with a high capacity weapon, with a high
No.
capacity magazine. It had extended magazines, but they weren't.
And how
high
did the
capacity.
media immediately decide this is not terrorism? This is not terrorism.
And
Because he's part of BLM?
my question is, New York has the strictest gun laws. Some of the
There's a
strictest
lot of fishy stuff on
gun
this
laws
and bad
handgun
shit.
laws. You can't have my brother-in-law wouldn't take his airsoft.
Oh,
stuff
this is the other
home
thing. Apparently,
to
all
New York because
the cameras
they're
were
hardcore.
were fucked up today.
That's a weird,
Very weird.
but it is the New York subway system, and you'll soon see that everything's pretty fucked up down there.
Yeah.
I feared something like this happening in the past, really. Like you're riding on these trains with all these people. I'm like, man, if someone just starts going nuts in here, and you're on the train with nutty people a lot of times.
Well, I've been on the Washington sub too, and it's just as bad. That
Yeah.
DC sub is terrible. Well, I haven't been on the New York, so I can't compare the two. But what I've
No,
heard
you
is
will.
DC is. Oh, I know. I
You
know.
will.
We're gonna. I know.
You will. I'm gonna put you on
You're
that
trying to
N
make
train.
me. It's like you're intimidating me with the
You're
New
gonna
York
be.
sub. You're gonna be on that New York sub.
You're gonna think the ABC is pretty compared to the N train.
But I don't know. There's a lot of coincidence. And how about I'll just throw this in there too while we're on the conspiracy tip. We still don't have any idea what happened in Vegas. Not one fucking thing.
No, they've given up on that.
How a man lugs up a whole army of gear. Was it 47 stories or some shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like blocks off a whole hallway. There's no video footage of it. It just starts taking people out. And we're just supposed to forget about that?
And there happens to be weird cameras set up too. And
Right.
one was on a
That is one of the
server's
biggest
cart.
mysteries that has happened to our country in the last 10 years. And there's not a peep about it.
No.
We're worried about some made-up story about pee-pee tapes.
Here's another story which they got everything wrong so far.
Everything?
They're saying it's a 9mm handgun.
So it went from a 38 to a 9?
NBC is. Yeah, everybody says a 38, but NBC's going, it's a 9mm handgun shooting 33 rounds. That struck 10
This is about,
gunshot victims.
I
but
guarantee
everybody
you, this
else
is
come
about,
up with
hey,
a
don't
38.
look at these inflation numbers. Don't look at these inflation numbers. Look at this. We have a shooting. We have a problem with guns in America. That's what we have.
The thing is, though, that state right there to have a gun in New York City, period, is kind of alarming. But it goes to show that if people want to do bad things, they're still going to get them. And they're still going to, no matter what the law is, they're still going to get a hold of them.
Hey, another thing, too, to people that listen to us and care about politics and our country and all that, don't buy into this horse shit about
Donate to us.
Putin's inflation. Don't That is a load of crap. We've had inflation like since the day the
20s.
Oatmeal Brain came into office. Our inflation rate started climbing because of the bad decisions that fucking dopey ass, goofy political
Talk
party.
about my grandfather that way.
Political party, the decisions that they have made for this country. And all this spin you're about to hear about Putin this, Putin that, Putin gave me diarrhea, it's all horseshit. It's all a game. They're all spinning it.
He's giving me diarrhea because of inflation.
You know what? It's funny.
I've had to buy shitty groceries.
I got a
and
new
it screwed up my
breakout. I got
gastro.
a new breakout. I got a new that I got to get a penicillin shot. I got drippy penis. Putin.
Well, you walked right all over my joke.
Putin VD.
So I'm not going to repeat it.
I didn't hear it.
Because of inflation, I've had to change my diet and buy shittier groceries, and it's now screwed up my entire gastrointestinal
Whose fault is that, man?
track, and it's Putin's fault.
Yeah.
It is. It's all
Dude, the
Putin.
traffic on 121 and 114, that merge right there,
It's Putin's fault.
every time I go, I'm like, fucking Putin.
Should we call up a B-52 for that area right there? Should we make the
Carpet bombing?
call to...
Well, there's a chance I could get caught up in that because... Or you want to call Putin?
I was just going to call the base up and have them prepare a B-52 for bombing
Carpet
that
bombing.
121, 114 area, even though they're supposed to be working on it and putting it all together.
Well, yeah, for the last 75 years.
Yeah. They work on it. It's like
And
everything
tear it all
they do
down.
around here.
Yeah, work on it.
It's
tear it
all
down.
planned 10 years behind.
Yep.
10 years behind growth. So they haven't caught this guy yet.
No, it looks like they know who he is, though.
It's an all-out manhunt.
Yeah.
Something turn you on about that term? Manhunt. Dun, 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 dun. The Airwolf theme comes on, and you're like, I'm going to find me a fucking
You fucking
man.
with me, man? Is something turn you on about the term manhunt?
Yeah. I'm going hunting for a man. I'm going to kill him.
I'm going hunting for a hot steaming bowl of man.
Hey, you want a good book to read? Read the Manhattan Hunt Club.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about rich people taking ex-cons and throwing them in the subway system and then hunting them down.
Well, yeah, it was like...
So awesome. They pay good money to go hunt humans.
You think Sasha
ex-cons.
Bass is in on that?
I think there's
Fuck
a Fort
yeah.
Worth one.
For sure there is.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time for you and me are on the run.
Yeah,
Getting
probably.
hunted by Sasha's people.
Like, did you call me a cunt?
No, that was Dustin. He did it. Oh.
And you're done. And then out of nowhere,
I'm still here.
The problem is both of us would be like, please.
I'm done with
What are
this.
you waiting on?
I'm done with this. Yeah, there's a lot of weird things. Why'd this guy wear a construction vest?
Let me help you wrap this
Did you
noose
hear that,
around
right?
your neck.
He ran out. He was in a construction vest. Have they asked the members of the Village People where they were?
That's where I would have started, man.
They're just pissed that they're not getting royalties.
That's
And
where
just
I would have started.
pop, 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 pop. Dude, subways are weird, and it's a weird container to be in, and it's very uneasy, and they just let anybody in there. And now they're saying that, oh, we could probably put metal detectors up
Yeah.
in subways. Have you ever fucking stood?
Well, they can't
like,
get the cameras to work, so.
Subways are chaos. Subway stations are chaos.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not
I'm
fun hanging
surprised
out
a lot
there.
of people just don't get stabbed more in subway stations. They're insane. There's so much stuff going on. And
There's the thing that's funny. I remember this. Now,
always
this was in the
clutch my
90s
pearls.
in DC, and you just see locals just fucking jump in the stalls, and you're like,
Oh, yeah,
so I
that
didn't have
happens.
to pay for this shit.
What? Why do I have a Metro card? These
But
guys...
I heard if they see a tour, like they know a tourist does it, they'll get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
In other words, if you're white and you jump, they'll get you.
No, I've seen white people do it. The
Come
thing
on.
Is, the thing is,
Dustin,
every time I do
the
it,
majority of the people that jump them were white.
yeah, I'm in Brooklyn.
These are lies.
I'm
These
in
are
Brooklyn.
bold-faced lies on the podcast.
I am in.
Well, I guess DC's railway system is just they're different types, I guess.
In New York, on the Brooklyn side, in the Bedford Avenue area, they have.
This sounds like a documentary we should do.
I'll take you over. That's where all the rich and fancy people are.
They're the ones that are jumping.
The white people that will
I
run
don't have
through
time for
the
this.
kids will run and jump.
They're like, I don't have time for this.
Or they'll just be screwing around and just do it anyway.
I think we need to do a documentary about this. After we do the documentary about the people that get on the Little Rascals in Walmart.
We're going to do a documentary on jumpers, on turnstile jumpers.
After we do the one about the guys that get the people that get the Little Rascals in the Walmarts.
Yeah. My favorite one are the turning ones, like you used to have it, like Will Rogers when you'd come out.
Yeah.
The things you have to walk in.
Yeah.
And then if you walk too far, it turns into a cheese grater and it'll crush your body. You know those things?
Yeah, those scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I like those. They still have those in some of the subway stations. Yeah.
You know how I knew it was going to be BLM? I told you this before the show. It was going to be a BLM dude or an Antifa dude.
And how'd they find out he was a BLM dude?
Just once they started
investigating, putting everything together.
Well, this was, I don't know. I haven't seen
BLM
anything
activist?
since the show started. But before the show, they were saying it was this BLM dude.
But those guys are good.
No. Well, yeah.
Those guys.
What are you talking about?
They're spreading a positive message across this country, and we should follow what they're saying.
I totally agree. But you know how I knew as an Antifa BLM activist or something? They said that the smoke that was popped.
They're all fireworks.
It was like one of them, like the balls that you get and you light up and roll down the.
They showed a picture of it, and it's not. It's a real. It was.
No, they said it's non-tactical. It was a
firework. But it's a bigger one. It's like the ones I use on photo
tank?
shoots. No, the ones I use on photo shoots that are big. They're the cans. They look exactly like the ones I have.
How
in my
funny would it
garage.
be if it was one of them tanks that go?
It's like you're just like,
what is this?
What if you?
Like, that's the joke. It's got to be the Joker.
What if you just stepped into one of these subways with like a 360 shot Saturn missile, and just turned it sideways like.
You would cause so much chaos, dude.
You would kill people by heart attack.
Yeah.
Someone would have a heart attack doing that.
Yeah, there's still no deaths on this, right? So
no one's died. And they said no.
I don't mean to make light of something where people got hurt.
None of them were
die.
From everything I've read, is that they said everybody should be okay.
I bet they're gonna find out
fatal.
that this was a mental dude. You know. Or they'll just say he's the next generation of white supremacists, like they've been doing.
Well, he's a BLM guy.
It doesn't matter these days. Black people can be white supremacists now. You didn't know that?
That's true.
The new rules.
And white people can be BLM. So
most of BLM is white people.
True. The thing is, what will probably come out 3 years from now is this will be one of those guys that were provoked by the feds.
Yeah.
The FBI provoked him into doing something like this.
Hey, man, I don't trust
to cover everything.
That's what now we've come full circle because that was my original point was, hey, Biden's numbers are tanking like crazy and we got to come out with this information. And so here's what we're going to do.
Hey, I don't forget what happened in Waco or Ruby Ridge.
No.
Or Montana. I know what happened.
No. So let's take our emails and callers now.
And what's her name?
We already did our callers.
The old,
what's whose name?
What's her fucking face? Fat lard.
Sasha?
No, she used to be over the FBI. What was her name?
Janet Reno?
Yeah. Fuck her.
Did she have some kind of disease or something? Because she always looked like she had a disease. Like,
she's dead, right?
Is she? I don't know if she's dead or not.
November 7th, 2016.
How did she? She's like the female version of.
She fucked up so much shit.
Microsoft guy, Bill Gates.
Oh, yeah.
Like I could see them sleeping with each other.
Hey, and since when do we start naming coronaviruses after
presidents?
Different versions of Windows.
Cadillacs?
Different versions of Windows.
XE?
We have Windows XE.
Well, you know the theory behind that is they don't want to do a G.
Because they don't want
everybody's scared of China.
Did you know that they just knocked out what was the name of that stupid movie? Fucking
which one?
I know. I'm narrowing it down here. The new Harry Potter film. the secret
of NIMH?
The thing of animals past with people
The
thing.
Muppets? The Ebenezer Scrooge Muppets Vacation?
It's one of the newer ones that just came out.
I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter guy, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that shit was super stupid.
Harry Potter.
What'd you think I was going to say?
Like space. I thought you were going to go there. Harry Potter, the new movie. It's like The Secret of Animals or The Terrible Secrets of Science and Space or something. I don't know what it's called. I can't think of what it is. But they had to, there's like a whole...
How does this tie into BLM and Antifa?
I'm getting to the China thing.
Oh.
There's a whole gay scene or like gay relationship in it, and they had to edit it out for China.
Hey, you want to hear something funny? So you've seen all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
with
the Fantastic Beast. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
you've watched that one?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's not Harry Potter, is it?
It's that world.
But it's not. You talking about the one with Colin Farrell and stuff?
Yeah.
That's not Harry Potter, though, is it?
Yes.
But that's a good movie.
It's part of the Harry Potter world.
Huh. I'll be damned, man. The things you learn on this podcast show.
Yeah, they had to cut a whole scene out of it.
Hey, what'd you think about all the...
it's a prequel to the Harry Potter film
what'd you think about all the leftoids this week freaking out because groomers is so mean? You're like, okay, wait a second.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So...
I have been dealing with death.
Are you?
So I
are
don't know
you
what this
telling
is.
me? Well, everybody that's listening knows what I'm talking about. So the leftoids have been complaining because the rightoids have been calling leftoids groomers. Okay, groomer, right? Because of this. This all stems from the transgender stuff that going on down in Florida, the Don't Say Gay bill and all that, right?
I'm going to Florida in 2 weeks. I'm so excited to be a part of all this.
So, in the Disney. So, Disney comes out, and this stupid ass at Disney comes out. Damn right, we're trying to indoctrinate your kids and all our...
Oh, that type of grooming. I thought you meant like facial hair grooming.
So the rightoids start coming out with all these memes and being funny about okay groomer and kind of like all the millennials back when they did the okay boomer, right? Real cute and funny, right? But the problem is all these leftoids start crying about how that's just going too far. And I'm like, okay, you guys have called conservative Republicans, like religious people, Nazis.
Because they go to church.
Racist.
Because they go to church.
Bigots.
Because they...
Fascist.
They go to the Sizzler.
Exactly. Pretty much the worst of everything. You've compared every single politician that's right wing to Hitler. And then now, all of a sudden, these rightoids come out and call you a groomer, and you want to start pitching a hissy fit? Come on, man. The tribalism has to stop. All this name calling, all this nana nana boo boo stuff is so stupid.
I liked when
just fight.
I like it when we lived in a world where we could be
leftoids, rightoids. Just fight. Get it over with.
No,
we're sick of listening to you.
Where everybody had thicker skin. Didn't.
Oh, you mean back when? Yeah, unwokeness.
But technically, isn't everybody grooming everybody to some aspect in life? Like you're always trying to talk to people and
continue
bring people around to your way of thinking on certain subjects, or to follow your type of belief pattern. Everything could be considered grooming.
Okay, so I guess they shouldn't.
Matt?
You're arguing then that they shouldn't be offended by groomer, then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree. Yeah, we're good
Matt,
here.
You know what? I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
The best fucking French fries in the world come from McDonald's.
Okay,
Because they're
groomer.
salted just right. I'm grooming you to go eat McDonald's.
Okay, groomer.
Right?
Yeah. Okay, groomer. I just called you a groomer.
Hey, you know what?
So now you got to pitch a hissy fit because you got your little feelings hurt because you got called a groomer.
I mean, technically,
nana
that's what
nana
everybody
boo
does.
boo.
Like if I'm trying to, have been talking to me about 2 weeks about playing this F1 game. You groomed me into going and downloading a video game and playing it.
I damn sure did, Bob, didn't I?
Yeah, Yingling, you couldn't get it here forever. We've been groomed for years wanting this beer, and finally it's released here. So everybody's like, I gotta have it. I'm a mindless drone. Everything could be considered grooming. Everything.
That's why the thing that's funny is all these people arguing this dumb shit all the time.
Oh, hey, Doug. That's who it is.
They've made it's just like when you're called a Nazi now. Well, it means nothing because you've called every single person a Nazi for the last fucking 3 years. So you've devalued the word Nazi.
Yeah, totally.
You've devalued the word racist. So if everything you do is racist, well then like you've devalued the word completely. So now groomer, everything it's the same exact thing.
No, I'm right there with you. It's like
it's all a bunch of word salad semantics horse shit. And
everything starts losing.
I am really to the point now where I want all the left, all those crazy people on the left and all the crazy people on the right that just run their mouths all day long on social media to just meet in the Thunderdome and just fight. Fight.
I just
get it out.
It's because of social media. Everybody's lost their thick skin. What is happening here?
I don't know. I thought it was amusing.
I was trying to find something on Twitter.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the OK groomer phase that's going on social media. It is very entertaining to watch all this stuff. Do
OK
what?
Boomer, OK Groomer.
Fight. OK Groomer, OK. Wait. OK Boomer, OK Groomer. Fight.
Don't follow. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about it.
Don't follow someone?
Well, if you don't want your feed to distract you as you're looking for something, don't have Kinky Mom in your feed.
Whoa.
Yeah. You get all sidetracked by things.
Kinky Mom. Are you talking about Twitter?
Yeah, on Twitter.
All right. Is it just like you said? Kinky Mom?
Can I follow? Oh, no, wait. Oh, no. 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 Undo. I was trying to, I don't know. I don't know what's happening here.
No results for Kinky Mom.
Okay, well, relax.
I spelled that right real quick.
I don't think you did.
This.
I don't think you did. Somehow I got, when I was all hacked, that was one of them that was followed. It's just like that.
And that was one of the things they followed was Kinky Mom, huh?
No, it was when all this, someone hacked me and started following all these porns accounts.
Sure. That's what I say, too, when my preacher finds my phone.
It wasn't my preacher. It was my good.
Oh. How about Kinky Lee Hooters? Is that the same person?
No.
Wow. That's her. That's Kinky Lee Hooters.
Beef Bog.
With the stars and bars. How do they get away with that now, man?
Beef Bog.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I was looking for some...
Man, I make one joke, and I get pulled. You make one joke. Down. Or not, yours wasn't a joke, though, was it?
No, I get one joke, and I get all sorts of...
You're Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Bam, pulled.
Pulled.
This lady here, Kinky Hooters, has the stars and bars as her background. She's fine.
That's not.
We're okay with that.
That's not the same one.
Yeah,
what is
I got
this?
your link, so...
Here's the thing. So 3 hours ago, we had a softball-sized piece of hell hit something. Yeah, I saw that right before. A softball-sized hell hit something.
Doesn't that just decapitate or cave your head in? If you get hit by that, it just caves your head in.
Well, I told you a story in my work truck I had. My very first work truck.
Did it get its head caved in?
In Wichita Falls? No, I thought I was going to die. And we were hit by grapefruit to softball to watermelon.
That's
size,
death.
Like basketball. Oh, it totaled the truck.
I'm sure you're lucky you got out alive.
We are lucky. I just put the pedal to the metal.
That's what made me mad this afternoon.
I'm a good driver. And I'm one of the
totally
best drivers.
Wouldn't have made it if it wasn't you driving.
Totally wouldn't. My partner was
0%
riding with me,
chance.
and he's like, just pull over, just pull over. I was like, no.
We're making it through this.
Is that, would Lewis Hamilton do that?
And did all of a sudden don't bum 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 bum.
I don't think that started playing. What is that?
It's from Twister.
Drive? Oh. Humans beings?
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what started playing.
Every time I'm driving to beat a storm home, Boom, 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 boom,
You
boom,
start
boom,
playing.
boom, 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 boom.
Shine on.
But that's what was agitating about this
shine
storm,
on.
seriously, though, is because they were given the reports of the whole thing, like down in Temple, because apparently shit got shifty, like kind of dicey down there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying we were going to get hit with baseball-size hail. So I was trying to haul butt home. That's when you text me. You're like, hey, I'm going to stay inside.
If you get here, just come on in.
And I was like, I'm trying to get home before I get hit by baseball-size hail.
When I was hauling ass, this started playing. And I was
like, are we going to do a watching party for this?
We need to, don't we? This is on HBO Max now. And you can watch it.
What do you mean it's on HBO Max?
It's streaming on HBO Max. They brought it back for some reason.
Top Gun 2?
No, Top Gun 1.
It's on Netflix too right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So you can just eat it up.
You want to hear something that's shameful about my girlfriend?
She's never seen it?
She's never seen it. Should I divorce now?
Maybe. I got a song we should do for the show. A cover.
Amadeus? Oh, yeah.
We could do this.
We also got to do the scene, though. Don't mess this up.
All right. Are we shirtless?
Softball.
Softball?
This should be... Did I say softball?
Yeah,
volleyball.
Volleyball.
We should reenact this whole thing.
We should.
We'll do it with the Funky Town podcast.
Yeah, we're playing Funky Town.
Funky Panther.
Or yeah,
we'll do it with the Funky
play
Panther guys.
And then we'll cut and we'll play Berlin. Take My Breath Away.
But that's why we're having tacos in the sideline. It's like, you guys aren't that bad, man.
And we're just making love to our tacos. Take my breath away. Do do do.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do 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 do.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do do do. Take my breath.
I love this.
I love it too.
I love it when we're so depressed about the world, we just get silly.
That's why I like doing this show. We should just stop talking about world
just
bullshit
be silly.
and just be silly.
We really should.
And just tell everybody, we're going to stop. We're going to stop talking about...
Because we don't care anymore. We're done.
It's the same depressing bullshit, and
every week.
President says things about prostitutes.
The thing is, our best numbers as far as social media and stuff goes...
When we're silly.
Is when we're talking about politics.
She's just...
Wait, is this Kinky Mom? Kinky Friedman?
She's just like, I don't know.
All right, I got to go. It's 10:30, and now we're looking at Kinky Hooters.
I don't know what's happening here.
Gotta go.
I need to send this to friends and see if they can tell me what's happening with this. All right, we're going to get out of here. It's been fun. Come out to Psychedelic Panther this weekend at Mass.
What night do y'all play again?
Uncle Toasty plays on Friday night at 11 p.m. And I have a new guitar that I'll be playing. Maybe.
Is it a 7-string?
6-string bass.
What was the badass name we thought of our grindcore, metalcore band that we're going to do?
I don't know. I've listened to last week's show again.
I don't think it was on the show, was it?
Oh, we didn't?
I think it was just you and me. You and me. Wow, that was really country.
It wasn't Lobster Refrigerator?
No, something that you said that I was like, oh, that's the name of our grindcore band. And we're going to play with, what's it called? Kubla Khan, Texas.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. I don't. But yes, Friday night, Psychedelic Panther, Uncle Toasty plays at 11. But there's a ton of bands also playing that night that are good. Saturday's awesome. Starting at 2 o'clock with Driving Slow Motion. And then Sunday's another good setup. I think that's the night that... I don't remember who's playing that night, honestly. But anyway, 3 days, fun, good music. Go to psychedelicpanther.com and check it out. All right, we're out of here. Bye.
Bye. I found it.
Of what? Kinky Mom?
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Good God.
I'm just like, I'll be cruising through my feed and all of a sudden just like, whoa, dude, that girl is eating that guy's butthole.
You know how you and I can really travel the world?
Should I stop the feed?
Eventually, yeah. Fuck the feed.
Before you give away secrets, there was something else I was going to tell you.
I'm not gonna give trade
All right, we're out of here. Good night. Bye.
No. You've heard the story of